don't know why my image thing is not here. I normally have an image. Why is my... What? Hang on. Why is it not showing up? I put it too high. No. There you go. That was doofy. Sorry, I just left you guys with a black screen for a whole minute there. I never turned this on either. Hello and welcome to the Streaming Parson Plays. You read that right. I will be playing we're doing a new Let's Play on the channel, and we're playing the Quintessential Quintuplets, 5 Memories Spent With You. And you're wondering why I haven't turned the game on, is because, well, I haven't played the game yet. So, all of this is going to be new to me. It's all blind. So let's just dive into it. Hopefully it works. There you go. Okay. This game supports the autosave feature. When autosave is in progress, the autosave icon, blah, 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 on the upper left. So it'll be up here. Oh, you can't see my... There you go. Oh, no. The active distributed... Yeah, whatever. By Mages Games. I don't know who that is. Yo? Nino! Miku! And what the heck were the other two? There you go. Finally, Itsuki. There you go. Alright, I dig it. The Quintessential Quintuplets, 5 Memories Spent With You.
映画5等分の花嫁君と過ごした5つの思い出
Alright, there we go. So I got the English version off of Steam a while ago. It just never played it. I saw it on sale, like, I don't know, was it like... I think it was just after New Year's or something like that. Like the New Year's kind of sale, and it was like 70% off, so I was like, you know what, I'll buy it. And I just never bothered playing it, so... I just never had time. I was too busy, like, mapping out D4DJ videos instead of playing games. Like, the reality is, the only time I really play games nowadays is, like, on stream. Like, now's the time I get to play games, so... What? Oh. I guess I was too slow. No. No. Huh? No, I don't want to exit game. No. Why am I stuck? I gotta figure out the controls. No, I don't want to exit the game. Oh, there, I was mad doofy. I don't know why. Alright, I better look this up real quick. Backspace is to go back. These, okay, so basic controls. I can use. And options. Okay, that's fine. Skip mode. Auto mode, sure. Vibration, whatever. Right stick operator. Oh, right, because this was played with a controller once upon a time. Language setting, English, please. Yo, we can have Ryan's voice in the background. Hell yeah! Oh, we'll see. Lower volume for background. Leave all their voices, I guess. No. Huh? Okay, why am I getting contradicting information? Oh, backspace is back. Okay. Oh no, see, there's like... The game has all the different endings. You have like normal ending, good ending, each sister, all sisters. I don't know how many times I can play through this game at a given time. We'll just do like a full blind playthrough first and see what we get. But there's like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. So let's just stop wasting time and get started. Okay, controls. Thanks, game. Command menu is the one button. Page left, okay. Scroll, return. Change cursor movement. Can I use the AS for that? I assume there's a WASD for cursor movement. Enter is confirmed. Mouse can also be confirmed. Title full screenshot. Oh crap! F10 is like, why are they using that whole panel of keys up there? End game, display manual, auto. Okay, yeah, whatever about most of those. The title button is also my end stream button. Screenshot with F12. Okay, that's gonna be important. Full screen. I should have this game always on full screen. Backlog. Okay, whatever. Turn window. Confirm is. All I need to know is confirm. Enter. Skip is control if I want to skip scenes. Gotcha. Would you like to view the game tutorial? Yeah, I might need it actually. Alright.
お兄ちゃんにこのゲームのプレイ
So
方法
Raiha,
について説明するね。
the delete button for some reason is the
ま
auto.
ず最初にお兄ちゃんは告白する相手を選ぶことになるんだ。
Oh,
選んだ
okay.
人に告白をすることでストーリーが大きく変わるよ。
Okay.
そして進んでいく物語の中でのお兄ちゃんの選択によって風太郎ポイントっていうパラメータが変化するんだ。
Okay.
風太郎ポイントがどのくらい溜まっているかでグッドエンディングかノーマルエンディングのどちらかに分岐するよ。
Oh, you just choose a route. It doesn't
い
make
つ
you
かさん、み
choose.
のさん、
Okay.
ミクさん、よつばさん、そしていつきさん。5つのエンディングを見た後、もう一つの可能性を選べるようになるんだ。
That's a very straightforward game. The type of ending doesn't matter. Okay. All routes will be
ゲー
unlocked.
ム中にコマンドを開くと、セーブ、ロードができるんだよ。マニュアルを見ることもできるから、きちんと予習してね。
What manual?
お兄
There's
ちゃ
no
ん
game manual.
答えを出すって決めたんだよね。どんな未来でも、お兄ちゃんならちゃんと進んでいけるはずだから、頑張って。
Thanks, Raiha. Good sister. Okay, so select your confession
答えを
target.
出さなくてはいけないんだ。
Oh, so you can you just pick one at the get-go and you just do a dating sim with whichever sister. What sister are we gonna pick? What kind of question is that, right? I mean maybe I will play through all like that 6 routes is a long time. Well, okay, I assume each route is not gonna take me that long to go through in any given playthrough. Of course, I will try and get good endings. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll play with all the routes. Try and get the good endings for all of them. But then, like, of course, like, yeah, see, this is where, like, how long I'm gonna play this game, right? Oh man, who do we choose, though? What do you guys got for me? Who should I choose for our first, quintuplet? Because, I mean, they're all good. Like, I can't say there's a quintuplet I dislike. So I was like, I'll give you guys a minute to decide while I, do some deciding on that. Alright, let me just, Was it really a choice? Okay, I should have made a caveat about this. How this game generally works for like a story perspective. If you've read the manga / watched the anime, this game takes like a hypothetical, you choose the ending of the manga. So here, the game begins with the cultural festival, which is the last major story arc in the manga. And in the manga, Fuduru picks one of the sisters. I won't spoil it. Go read the manga or watch the anime for yourself. But basically, this game takes a what if you got to choose. So basically, yeah, it's the audience gets to choose instead of like what Neji, the writer, wrote in the original. And so now we're redoing the final festival scene, and because I'm going to pick Nino, it's a version where he goes to the classroom Nino's waiting for him in. Now that we got that out of the way.
最後の学校行事、学園祭。あっという間に3日が過ぎ、高野祭ももう終盤だ。本当に色々なことがあった。うちのクラスの分裂と和解、ニノとお父さんのこと。
He's just summarizing the festival arc in the manga.
まさか5つ子の実の父親まで出てくるとは盛りだくさんすぎだろ。あっという間で当然だな。だがまだ終わりじゃない。俺はお前たち5人が好きだ。この6人でずっとこのままの関係でいられたらと願ってる。
I want to say it's chapter 102
答えを出さなければ
that
い
they're
け
just
ないと思う。
redoing, where he tells him he loves all 5 of them and he has to solve which one he's gonna pick.
上杉くん、もう一つあなたにお伝えしたいことがあります。
なんだよ。
初日に言いましたよね。答えを出さなければいけない。しかし最終日まで時間をくれと。
ああ。
その件についてこちらからも提案があります。
は？
高野祭が終わるまでに私たち5人は学校内のそれぞれの教室に向かい、そこであなたの答えを待ちます。
何？
それで私たちがそれぞれいる教室ですが。
ちょっと待ってくれ。何もお前らがそこまでする必要はねえ。
私たちで話し合って決めたことです。それに上杉君が真に気にすべきはその先。あなたが向かうのはただ一つの教室。
In the manga, you don't see this conversation per se. You get a little like the tail end of it. So the game expanded on this conversation a little bit, where she tells them that the 5 sisters will be waiting in different classrooms, and then he has to pick one of them. It's the definitive way for him to make his decision. And Itsuki was being considerate of her sisters, where like, okay, when he does choose one of us, the rest of us don't have to see it, because it's going to be heartbreaking enough as it is when they know they're not going to get chosen.
この提案が逆にあなたを困らせてしまうことは分かってます。これが私たちの覚悟。どうかそれを理解してください。
この選択は、あるいはこの選択をすることは正しかったのだろうか。そんなことを考えるには3日間はあまりに短すぎた。それでも
これにて旭高校学園祭、高野祭、すべてのスケジュールを終了します。
I have a feeling the entire game is just in his head. If you want to stay with some kind of relative canonicity to the story. Every single outcome is just him playing this in his head.
待たせたな。だが、危ねえだろ。
私信じてた。ふうくんが。
No, you did not know that. See, it's all just imagination at this point. We all know.
泣いてるのか。
泣いてなんてない。なんで泣く必要があるの？
けどなんか震えて。
嬉しいからよ。やっとずっと待ってた時が来たんだから。
そう言ってるけど本当は。
Also, him being allowed to choose any of the other girls kind of contradicts other lore bits, because in the manga, certain actions he did throughout the culture festival, even though he said to the 5 of them like he was in love with all of them, he kind of already had in his mind who he was going to choose anyway, which was how Neji kind of always wrote it, that he always kind of had one particular sister in mind. Yeah, he did have feelings for all 5 of them, but there was only really one choice for him. But we're not playing that story, so
なんかこうしたくなって苦しかったか。
Nino deserves a happy ending though.
くんドキドキしてる。
それは その、お前だってめっちゃドキドキしてるぞ。
そうさせてるのはフー君よ。フー君がドキドキしてるのは
お前だよ。
そうよね。
なあ、なんだ、今更かもしれないが、こういうことで、その、
ダメ、ちゃんと言って。
いいの。俺はお前が好きだ。
私もフー君が好きよ。
いや、その、お前にはもう言われたこともあったが、なんだろうな。こういう返事をする日が来るとは思ってなかった。
そう？私はきっと来るって信じてたわ。私がどれだけフー君のこと好きなのか、ちゃんと知ってもらえてたらって。
本当に実行しちまうのが、お前のすごいところだよ。
ねえ、フー君。
That was a weird
これから
translation
ずっとそ
thing
ば
in
に
the
いてね。
text.
どんな時でも。
お前こそ、俺のそばにいてくれるのか？
はあ？何それ？どういう意味？
俺は王子様なんて柄じゃないってことだ。
You're dead wrong about that, brother.
さすがに、白馬に乗った王子様とか、お前が本当にそこまで夢に
Stop reading the script.
それでも、世間一般で言われてるような男女のお付き合いってのが俺にできるとは思えない。正直、この先お前をがっかりさせることばかりだろうな。
待って、フー君。私は。
それでも俺は、ニノとこの先も、新しい世界を見ていきたいんだ。
新しい世界？
俺はこれまで勉強のことばかり考えてきた。勉強以外の何もかもを捨てていたと言っていい。けどお前たち5つ子に出会って、そしてお前は俺が不要だと切り捨てた恋という感情を直球にぶつけてきて、新しい世界へと連れてきてくれた。ニノがいるから輝くこの美しい世界をこれからも見ていきたい。
We're gonna establish a rule here. I will try to avoid talking too much about the manga while I'm playing the game, like particularly pertaining to the ending, because I don't want to be like I'm not gonna nitpick certain Futuru lines in some of these dialogue boxes, because it was the temptation was there where I was like, oh, there's a moment, like there's a couple lines that Futuru says himself that he kind of contradicts stuff he says in the manga. But once again, as I mentioned earlier, the reason for that was because the manga had always set that Futuru was going to pick a particular sister. There was only really one option throughout the entirety of the story. And so I'll try not to be like, oh, this is contradicting the manga, because in the manga he says he thinks a certain way, but that's because the manga is a certain route already predisposed. The point of this game is that you get to pick a quintuplet and kind of have your dating sim with the sister of your choice. But of course, like, well, I guess the game's progression meter is you pick all of them, get the good endings for all of them, and then do the all 5 route, the harem ending. So, but the point I'm making is I'll try to avoid being like coy about contradictions within Futuru's dialogue, comparing him in the game to the manga. I just wanted to establish that rule. Rule now established. Let us proceed.
それが俺の願い。
I'll try to enjoy each route as
私だって同
is.
じよ。フー君のおかげで本当の恋を、新しい世界を知ったわ。だからこの世界にはフー君が必要なの。お願い、いなくなったりしないで、ずっとそばにいて。
That's a nice callback.
何？どうしたの、フー君。
ニノ、俺はお前を一人になんてさせない。これから先ずっとそばにいるからな。本当だぞ。この俺の なんだ何だ
Because he's a nerd, remember that.
魂に誓ってお前を
何それ、もう無理がバレバレ。
笑うな。
かっこつけずに普通に言ってくれていいのよ。だって私が好きになったのはそういう風君なんだもの。
あの夜から5ヶ月、俺が告白したことで当然だが6人の関係には大なり小なりの変化があった。
So you mentioned that 5 months have passed, meaning that, in a timeline sense, it would be after they graduate from high school, which is how the manga ends. So basically, we just do a time skip. But the cultural festival takes place in November, I want to say. And then 5 months later would be like March, April.
それぞれが望む未来のために話し合ったり、時には派手にぶつかり合ったりもした。そうやって自分たちが思う最良の道を歩んできたつもりだ。そしていつしか卒業が目前になった。
上杉くん、上杉くん、起きて。
あ、
おはようございます。
風太郎くんを見てたら私も眠くなってきたよ。
風邪ひいちゃう。そんなとこで寝てないで早く起きなさいよ。
あれ、結婚式は？
結婚式って寝ぼけてる？気が早いですね。
いや、そんな夢を見たような。
あなたがこんなところで寝るのもですが、そんなことを言い出すのは珍しい
The
です
dream
ね。
team is back!
全員の進路も無事に決まって安心して疲れが出たんじゃない？
って待て、お前はまだ卒業できるか決まって
Ah, based.
そうでした。
Remember, these girls are dumb as
卒業
bricks.
式後の試験に合格すれば OK なんだよね。
休学扱いだったけど特別措置ってことでね。学校側がいろいろ配慮してくれたんだ。
ただし不合格なら容赦なく留年だ。予断を許さない状況であることは自覚しろ。
分かってますって。せっかくチャンスをもらえたんだもん。みんなと卒業するためにも本気出すよ。
上杉さんがついてれば大丈夫。私だって大学に合格させてもらえたんだからね。
いつきも希望通りの学校に合格できたし。
ええ、こうして教師という夢へ一歩近づけたのは上杉くんのおかげです。
まあ本当に大変だったが、この結果はお前ら自身の努力と積み重ねの結果なんだ。胸を張っていいぜ。
ありがとうございます。
ニノとミクは春から2人で料理の専門学校か。
そうね。私まで大学に進学しないことになっちゃったのは申し訳ないんだけど。
いや気にするな。大学だけが進路じゃないさ。なあイチカ。
私も高校を無事に卒業したら女優の道へと邁進する予定ですので。
とっくにしてる気がするけど。
確かに。
それにしても大学だけが進路じゃないなんて、出会った頃の君を思うと信じられないセリフだな。
いやそれはまあ。
上杉さんにとっては東京の大学に進むのが一番の進路だったってことですね。
東京ですか。こうして話していると改めてもうすぐ新しい生活が始まるのだと感じますね。
どうなっていくのかしら。未だに想像できないわ。 私たちはここでは一緒だけど、上杉さんは。
そうだ。俺はもう今までのようにこいつらと同じ時を過ごすことはできなくなる。
だから嬉しかったんだ。風太郎が卒業旅行を提案してくれて。
高校最後の思い出作りなんてあなたが言うなんて、これもまた想像できなかったことですね。
まあな。高校最後の思い出作り、それももちろん本心だが、何よりも俺はこの旅行であいつに男を見せるんだ。そうか、さっき結婚式の夢なんて見ちまったのもこの決意ゆえかもしれないな。何しろ俺はこの旅行であいつと。
上杉くん、急に考え込んでどうしました？
いや、なんでもない。そんなことよりもだ、行き先を決めようぜ。今日はそのために集まったんだろ。
とか言って、さっきまで寝てたのはどこの誰かしらね。
これは迷うな。いっそ海外って手もあるよね。
ねえよ。
え、なんで？
旅費だ旅費。俺をお前らと一緒に住んじゃねえ。行き先は近場だ。
旅費なら出すよ。
は？いや、待て。いくらなんでもそれは。
安心して、おごりなつもりはないから。出世払いってことで。
まあそういうことなら。
となればどこがいいですかね。せっかくですし遠くに行きましょう。
For example, where do you suggest? Nearby should be fine. Our first choice to pick, huh? Because my choices are gonna matter, so I'm like, Nino hasn't given me any input, so what would be... See, Yosuba says, like, okay, going somewhere far away. Nearby should be fine was his own suggestion, which is like, not the right answer. Alright, where would you suggest? Let me ask further.
例えば、風太郎がいればどこだっていいわ。
いや、その
Not helpful.
ニノ。ピーピー。急に二人の世界を作らない。
Yo, she's on you, bro. She's on you.
では5人で指差しするのはどうですか？
俺の意見は？
結果は知れてるけどね。
俺もそう思う。
じゃあせーのでいくよ。
せーの、ここ。
ほらな。
予想通り、見事に全員バラバラだ。
The manga ended on that as a joke.
5つ子ってめんどくせえ。
Like the five sisters all point at the map and they all point different places, basically. Because that's kind of how they are.
やはり北海道の食べ物は魅力的ですね。
でもまだ寒くない。雪も多いかも。
It's already April. It should be fine.
雪か。いっそ春スキーに行くのもいいかも。
となると長野？ついでに温泉も楽しめそう。
新潟もありですね。
でもスキーじゃあんまり卒業旅行って感じしなくない？
ああ、それはある。
じゃあ。
いい加減にしろ。
うひゃ、どうしました上杉さん。
どうしましたじゃねえ。いつまで揉めてる気だ。もう1時間は経ったぞ。
Sounds about right
だ
though.
ってせっかくなんだから納得いくところにしたいんだもの。
この調子じゃ絶対に決まらないだろう。もういい、俺が決める。
そうですね。実を言うと決まる気がしないので。
You just need a good enough barbecue for Itsuki.
任せろ。お前らそれぞれの希望は散々聞かされたからな。
Okay, I'm
全てを満
gonna
たす
move
場
my
所を示してやる。
on OBS here, so just give me a sec here. Oh. Where should my face go? So the problem is like this corner. shrink my face a little bit. Go like that. Doesn't cover too much of the text box. Doesn't cover them too much. Let me move the chat box. Okay, someone's gonna get covered by the chat box. It can't be helped. Alright. This is our new visual setup. I can always read the bottom word if you need me to. There you go. Alright.
それは
Back to the game.
それは
沖縄だ。
沖縄？
この時期の沖縄は寒くなく暑すぎずのいい気候でのんびりできる。
He does pick the clip that is nearby, because of course he
素晴
would.
らしさは言うまでもなく、マリンスポーツをはじめとするアクティビティも盛んだ。
ですね。
海だけではなく、独自の自然の美しさも堪能できる。名高いパワースポットも多くある。
確かにそうね。
海産物に代表される豊富な食材、それらを生かした料理を楽しめる。
なるほ
どうだ、これ以上の場所があるか。
ど。いえ、お見事です。
これは決まりでしょ。さすがは上杉さん。
最初から決めてもらえばよかったかな。
それだとすぐ近くにされてたと思う。
まあ否定しないが。
ね
Didn't
え、風
call
太郎
out.。
ライハちゃんも連れて行きましょうよ。
ライハもいいのか。
もちろんよ。もう家族みたいな。
Yo, yo, the tactical move!
まあそうだな。うん。
The tactical move!
へえ。
ふーん。
何よ、二人とも。
いやー、ニノから聞く風太郎もすっかりおなじみになったなって思って。
上杉さんもかなり慣れたみたいですね。最初はいちいち照れてましたし。
あれは見てて恥ずかしかった。
うるせえぞ。
それもなんだけどさ、家族なんて言っちゃうなんて、もしかして二人？
まさかニノ、そこまで。
Izuki's mind's just straight in the gutter.
ニノはそういうとこ奥手だし、風太郎も。
ちょっと勝手な想像してるんじゃないわよ。
That's because Itsuki's the one with the head in the
いや
gutter.
ー、微笑ましいです
何目線だよお前は。
な。姉目線なんて。けど、風太郎くん、ニノを不安にさせないようにね。
わかってる。言われるまでもない。ニノとの仲が告白した時から大して進展していないことは俺自身がよくわかってる。
The reason for that is in the manga. After the confession bit, there's like 5 chapters ish in the manga that kind of deals with like the fallout of what happened after he picked one of the sisters. And how do I put this? In the manga, he kind of like, and it's one of those weird things that like the game kind of skips this whole section of the story because in the manga he had to, the sister that got chosen as well as Fudora had to deal with the fallout and how the sisters all felt about it, and this is all completely like just skipped over. So, I mean, I guess you could just do like move them around, like just reimagine the manga, just moving the sisters around a little bit, but there are like weird congruency issues, which maybe the game will bring up as we play it.
俺は受験があったし、家庭教師としての仕事もあった。ニノもその点気を使ってくれていたからな。
She would do
受験から
that.
は解放されたが、俺が上京する以上、ここから先はいわゆる遠距離恋愛を余儀なく
I
さ
don't
れる。
remember.
ニノの気持ちを疑うつもりは全くない。が、恋愛初心者の俺としては、正直言って不安しかない。だからこの旅行を通してニノとの絆をもっと深めたい。そのためにもこの旅行中に俺からキスをする。前はあいつからキスされたからな。 恋はせめてこそその言葉の通りにしてやろうじゃねえか、ニノ。
そうそう、上杉さん、ライハちゃんの分の旅費は心配しないでくださいね。
私たちが招待するんだから、こっちで持つのが当然だよ。
なんかすまん、助かる。
いちか、ちゃんと合格しなさいよ。
当然。沖縄旅行って目標ができたから、ますます気合が入るよ。
Nino's like, I've got my eye on you. I know you're gonna try some shit, Ichika. Sup?
お邪魔しております、お父さん。
He's like, please don't call me that.
君にお父さんと呼ばれる筋合いはないよ。
おいおいおい、ここでいきなりは想定外なんだが、心臓に悪い。しかし。
お帰りなさい、お父さん。
ああ、ただいま。
もう少し遅いかと思ってたわ。
少し早めに肩がついてね。
普通に会話してる。この親子のこんな会話初めて見たかもしれん。というか親父さんもこのマンションに帰ってくるようになったんだな。こいつらと親父さんの関係も着実に変化してるってことか。
ところで今日上杉君が来るとは聞いていなかったな。
When do they not?
何か用があるのかね。
それは
卒業旅行の相談よ。
卒業旅行。
はい、上杉くんの提案で卒業記念に沖縄に行く計画を立てていたところです。
ほう。
未だかつてないプレッシャーが。
They shouldn't have their mouth moves when it should be like internal, like mental
So
mental, like
君
inner
たちが無
thoughts.
事に卒業できたのは上杉君の尽力のおかげだ。
He's just gonna
家庭
fork
教
the
師として
money.
の役目を全うしてくれ
See,
た例に
how about
もな
that?
る。
He's just gonna be like, okay, expenses paid.
宿泊先はこちらで手配しよう。楽しんできなさい。
Anime rich world.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。じゃあ俺はこれで。
待ちたまえ。
はい。
この後家族で夕食の予定なんだ。君に
おう
話してみたいこともあるし、一緒にどうかね。
See, Nino has a much better relationship with her father now. So you know what? I should come along too. Yeah.
喜んでお招きありがとうございます。
いい返事だ。嬉しいよ。
Also, I don't want to piss him off. So.
全く嬉しそうに見えないんだが。
上杉くん、機嫌は悪くないと思いますよ。
Why are you talking?
本当かよ。
では支度をしてくる。君たちも
Should at least let Fuduru go home and get changed.
相変わらずお父さんのことは苦手。
なかなかな。
じゃあこの後の食事で打ち解けていきましょう。大丈夫ですよ。美味しいご飯があれば雰囲気もきっと和みますから。
だといいんだが、これまでいろいろあったし、多少は俺のことも認めてはくれてるみたいだが、娘との問題となれば父親としては黙ってられないよな。だがこの先を考えれば、いずれは親父さんとも和解しないと。前途多難だぜ。それから数日、ついに俺たちは卒業式の日を迎えた。
Oh, that's a cute picture of them with all their
式も終わったし、
graduation
ついに
certificates.
卒業しちゃったんだね、私たち。
何をしみじみしているのかしら。あんたはまだ証書をもらえてないじゃない。
絶対に合格するから大丈夫だもん。
試験中に居眠りでもしない限りはいけるはずだ。よく頑張ってるよ、お前は。
風太郎くんの太鼓判をもらえるなんてね。
でもちょっと心配。いちかますます忙しくなってるし。
確かに。頼むぜ。卒業旅行が待ってるんだ。
本当に卒業できたんですね。やっと実感が湧いてきました。これも上杉さんのおかげです。ありがとうございました。
ありがとう風太郎。
本当にこの学校に来て
Yeah,
風
it,
太郎に会えてよかった。
so I just wonder, and it's gotta be one of those things that's like, they must have done so many takes for this, but like, because I already picked the confess to Nino route, and they changed her dialogue, so Nino calling him Futuru as well, which I wonder if the game's gonna do any like switch up shenanigans. But because now both Nino and Miku address him as Futuru. As opposed to like, if I picked any of the other girls instead of Nino, I think Nino would just call him Fukan the whole time. I don't think she would start calling him Futuru. I think that's something exclusive to this route, that she would call him Futuru. Because the reason why she would do that is because it's more than just like her flirting with him. Because the reason why she came up with the Fukan nickname was because of that was her way of flirting with him. But now that in this route I chose Nino, or I'm playing the Nino route, I guess it's more accurate. Because I'm playing the Nino route, Nino no longer feels the need to do that. So she would just call him by name. And that's something she wanted to do. But because Miku in the manga, Miku got really intimidated by that. And so and Miku reacted. That was in the part where they go to the hot spring. About like just after halfway of the main story. And Miku's reaction kind of forced Nino to come up with that nickname. Although it was funny because Miku is the one who actually comes up with it. When Nino's like, come up with a nickname for me kind of thing. But now that in this choosing Nino route, that was no longer necessary. So it is going to be weird for her to call him Futuru the whole time.
おいおい、根性の別れみたいなことを言うなよ。
Yeah, this is only the beginning, guys.
これは別れではなく始まりですね。
Yeah,
新
you
しい場
tell
所
him.
へと巣立っていくのですから。
その前に卒業旅行ね。たくさん思い出を作りましょう。
I'll have to check that in a future
プラン
playthrough.
はお前らが作ってくれるんだろ。俺を満足させてくれるものなのか、お手並み拝見だ。
さては、めちゃくちゃ楽しみにしてますね。気持ちはわかりますよ。任せなさい。終わった頃には大満足してるはずよ。
うん。ちょっと自信ある。
ほほう、言ったな。自らハードルを上げるとはいい度胸だ。
I assume that, like... I assume whichever route you pick, that system would just call him Futuru. Like, they would drop... Like, for example, Ichika would drop the honorific. They would just call him Futuru. I assume that would be the case. That would be something that I would have to observe in later plays after the Nino route.
別に風太郎くんを満足させるとかそんな趣旨じゃないよね。
まったくです。上杉くんらしいですが。
おい、風太郎、記念写真撮っておくぞ。お嬢ちゃんたちも丸尾もこっち来い。
そんなに騒がなくとも聞こえている。
よし、行くか。
行きましょう。
Oh, it plays the theme again. We'll watch it again, because why not? I can't believe it's been almost an hour, and now we're getting to the game proper. Day 1. Okay, how many days do I have to work with? This is where, like, I actually now play the game. At Naha Airport.
これが沖縄の空気。これが南国。
うわー、テンション高いな。
飛行機が着陸したあたりからずっとああだね。テンションが振り切れてるよ。声が大きいわよ。周りの人がこっち見てるじゃない。
Oh, please.
しかし本州とは全く違うんだな。同じ日本とは思えん。
だから声が大きいのよ。ごめんなさい、こんなお兄ちゃんで。ライハちゃんが謝ることないよ。
らしいといえばらしいもんね。結構俗っぽいというか、子供っぽいところがあるというか。
それに気持ちもわかります。なんというか非日常な場所に来たという感じがしますから。
ワクワクする。連れてきてくれてありがとうございます。
いえいえ、みんなで沖縄を楽しもうね。
ああ、お前も無事に来られてよかったぜ。試験も合格。晴れて堂々と卒業旅行だ。
君のおかげだよ。ありがとね、風太郎くん。
一花も頑張ったよ。うん、ちゃんと仕事と両立できてたのはさすがだね。
おお、これはお姉ちゃんとしての威厳もアップしちゃったみたいだね。ふふん、もっと褒めてくれてもいいよ。
調子に乗らない。
では旅行の日程を確認しましょうか。上杉君たちにはまだ説明していませんし。
そうね。
Okay, instructions. I'm gonna need that.
はい、風太郎。ライハちゃんの分もあるわよ。
わざわざしおりを作ってきたのか。気合入ってるな。
予定をノートに書き出したりしてたし、それをまとめただけよ。日程は6日間だけど、実質は4日ね。1日目の京都を最後の日は移動に使うから。明日は1日使って氷島観光よ。その次の日は海水浴とバーベキュー。4日目は首里城から国際通りの流れね。それと美浜アメリカンビレッジへ行きましょう。5日目は海洋博公園。美ら海水族館なんかがあるところよ。
I assume this is the same, which regardless of route.
結構あちこち行くんだな。
ここまで決めるまでにかなり迷ったのよ。沖縄を全部楽しもうと思ったら
I totally
4日じゃ
believe
とて
that.
も足りないわ。
You can't spend 1 week in
今
a
日はもうど
place.
こにも行かないってことだよな。
ホテルにチェックインして夕食にしようか。
じゃあ早速タクシーで。
いやいや、そりゃもったいないぞ。
え？
沖縄に来たんだし、ユイレールに乗ろうぜ。
はい、そうですね。せっかくですし。
A Japanese little had to explain
で
me
す
what
が
that is.
ユイレールに乗るならば出口はここではありませんね。
何？なんてこった。出だしからつまずいてるじゃないか。急ぐぞ。
別に急ぐ必要ないのに。本当にテンション高いわね。モノレールに乗ってる間に少しは落ち着いてくれるといいけど。すみません。あんなお兄ちゃんね。
Alright, a perfect score kiss. Okay. So I have to make all the right decisions. That's first objective. Got you. Oh.
ラウンジからの景色も
What
素
the
敵なん
hell?
だって。高級リゾートホテ
Why
ル
why was that early
こ
for
う
a
いう
non
ところ
voice?
なんだ。
風太郎くん、そろそろ落ち着こう。結構目立ってるからね。
Okay, for some reason, Fudora's lines weren't voiced, so.
まあ確かにいつもよりちょ
I'll
っ
have to
と
do
豪
it
華な
manually
ホ
and
テ
read
ル
his
で
lines
はあ
out.
るけど。
Yeah, it's weird. I think it's because, like, he has the most varied lines, and maybe he couldn't be bothered to voice everything. A bit, this is just a bit. Or I guess the real reason why he's not voiced is because I'm supposed to be voicing him. It's supposed to be like, I am now in the dating sim. Let us begin. A bit? This is just a bit?
やっぱり中野さんちはお金持ちなんだ。
I wonder if I can like scroll. Never mind. From now on, now that I know, I'll try not to skip dialogue. Any of like the dating sim dialogue. So. Raiha, you already know this.
いやー、今回は上杉さんのおかげですよ。家庭教師の仕事をやり遂げたお礼ってことで、お父さんが奮発してくれたところもあるようなので。
He's like comically rich, honestly. Which is weird because he's like... I mean, I don't know how much doctors get paid in Japan, but it can't be that much. Is that so?
ちなみに、このホテルを選んだ理由は他にもあるんですよ。ここ、観光地へのアクセスもいいし、旅の拠点にするにはぴったりなの。あと、ホテル側がいろいろなアクティビティプランを用意してくれてるから、その点も楽なのよね。
I see. Their way of using the hotel is different from my family. You know, because we're poor and shit.
お待たせしました。チェックイン終わりましたよ。
部屋のキーもらってきた。ありがとう。このホテルって基本ツインルームよね。うん。ツインが4部屋取ってある。
How's that math? I'm just gonna math that out of my head. So it's like 2 sisters in one room, 2 sisters in another room. The sister you chose and Raiha in a room. And the 3 guys in one room. That I assume is how the rooms are set up. No, you can't see. It's hard to see this hand. There you go.
なら、私と風太郎で一部屋。
Don't even try it. What?
ちょっとそれは良くないんじゃないかな。倫理的に考えて。
Nino is on the attack. She's laying siege.
そうですよ。四つ葉の言う通りです。いくらなんでも未成年の男女が同じ部屋だなんて、お母さんも悲しみますよ。
There's one of those things about Japanese ages of schooling that I always am never clear about. Because of the way that, like, how class division is done in Japan is very different from, like, this is just my American brain going. But, like, we go from January to December. So, like, anyone in that, like, calendar year, they're all in the same grade. But in Japan, it's very different. In Japan, your age is divided by the school year. So the school year starts at the beginning of April. The oldest kid would be April 2nd. Yeah, if you're born on April 1st, you get pushed back to the other year. You're the tail end of the previous year. So Fuduru and the Nakano sisters are all like older students in their class because Fuduru is born in I think it's April 25th, and the Nakano sisters were all born on May 5th. Or sorry, he's born on April 15th, sorry. Not 25th. I was incorrect. He's born on April 15th, and the Nakano sisters are born on May 5th, making them all the older students of their class. So if third year is supposed to be like similar to senior year of high school, but if they're also the older kids, it should bump their age up. They should be like already 18. So they wouldn't be minors per se. That's also why, like, I mean, it depends on different regions as well in Japan. They change things up a little bit, depending on what region you're in. Even, like, my American brain is like, okay, America has like a very straightforward way of doing things when it comes to dividing kids up in their class. But anyway, I just want to point out how doofy it is that, like, I thought they were I thought they would already be over 18 if they've already graduated. If anything, unless they went on, like, unless this graduation trip, because each guy had to do a makeup exam to finally graduate. Unless this happened on, like, the second week of April, Fuduru would have already be over 18, which would have its own problem, I guess, if only he became legal age and the sisters did not have their birthdays yet, so, yeah.
なんで？別に構わないでしょ？私と風太郎は付き合ってるんだから。
Nino, no. No, I think it's better if we sleep in separate rooms. Yeah. Good
どう
move.
して風太郎まで止めなくてもいいのに。
Right now, I'm responsible for taking care of you guys on behalf of your dad. I prefer having a room of my own. I beg you. If I were caught in the same room as Nino, there'd be hell to pay. Yeah, there would be.
じゃあ部屋割りは上から順番に。
Okay, then let's assign the rooms in order from the top.
私とニノ、ミクと四つ葉、いつきとライハちゃん。風太郎くんは一人でいい？
Oh. Okay, so not what I thought. I would think that, like... I thought the game was gonna do something interesting based on what sister you picked. But, of course, once again, they would have to record, like, 5 separate takes of lines. Where it'd be, like... I would think that, like, okay... 2 oldest, 2 youngers, and then whichever sister you pick goes with Raiha. But I guess it's just... Ichika, Nino, Miku, Yotsuba, Itsuki, and Raiha. That's fine. Because I guess the dads aren't around. That's fine.
まったくもう頭が硬いんだから仕方ないわね。
Nino be trying though. She be trying.
頭が硬いという問題ではないと思いますが。
いつき落ち着いて。どうどう。
Like, I don't think any of the other sisters would be as aggressive as Nino's being, where like, oh, I want to share a room with Futaro.
では気を取り直して今日の夕食ですがホテルのレストランで沖縄料理のディナーを予約してあります。
That was quick. I would assume Itsuki would try some shit though. Not gonna lie.
このホテルはレストランの評判もいいんですよ。様々なジャンルを網羅していてスイーツも極上だとか。
楽しみだな。
夕食までしばらく時間がありますから各自でゆっくりするということでいいでしょうか。
Well then, I'll be in my room.
ねえ風太郎、私風太郎と一緒にいたいわ。
She was quick on that one. She wants to go to the room, but no, you know what? Let's go for the lounge. I ain't gonna be alone in a room with her. Oh, let's head for the lounge. The view is nice there, right?
それって二人きりで？
Yeah, what matters to Nino is that it's just the 2 of us. Where does not matter that much. So the lounge with just the 2 of them, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, boy!
いいわね、賛成。私も気になってたのよ。風太郎との沖縄デートはラウンジからね。楽しみだわ。じゃあ早速行きましょう。
Alright. Wait a minute, we need to bring our luggage to our rooms first.
そんなの頼めばいいでしょ。
Don't be so lazy, Nino. Who should I ask?
すみません。この荷物部屋へ運んでおいてもらえますか？
かしこまりました。
Random bellhop. Right away. Even though he's voiced, but I feel I should voice some NPCs. Wow, they're used to asking for favors. Dude, you've been hanging around these girls for like a year and a half. Don't act brand new, bruh.
どうしたの？ほら、行くわよ、風太郎。
Okay.
評判通りに眺めがいいわね。そう思わない？風太郎。
Yeah, I do. It really looks luxurious. The view is certainly spectacular. Don't we look out of place, though? How so?
え、風太郎は何頼む？私はどれにしようかな。
I'm gonna choose, Oh man, they're all so pricey. As expected of a luxury resort or hotel. But if I'm stingy here, won't it embarrass Nino? If I were to order, coffee would be the cheapest, but I can't drink coffee because it's bitter. Go with what you like. So, if I'm gonna try and not look like an idiot around Nino, Nino is actually flexible about pricing, if anything. One of the things about Nino's character growth in the manga is that Nino learns to tone down that like bratty, rich girl persona. But at the same time, I think she would want you to be yourself. I'll have iced tea. Oh, I don't get to choose for him. He just picks for
じゃあ
himself.
私はトロピカルフルーツアイスティーね。
That one seems pretty expensive too.
もしかしてお金のこと気にしてるわけ？
See, it's the thought that matters though. See, Nino's already like thinking about it. It's like, okay, knowing you'd be worried about money. Just be honest, bro. Be honest.
ここの代金なら部屋につけておくから気にしなくていいわよ。
You can do that too. Well, yeah. See, it's just like a moment of Fururu just not getting out much. And also, I don't have to worry about money, but I'm so out of place I can't bear it. How can I relax in a situation like this? Well, step 1, don't overthink.
ねえ、風太郎。さっきから様子がおかしいけど、何か気になることでもあるの？
Well, money being the big one. Oh, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not used to places like this. To be honest, I'm worried that I might mess up something and embarrass you. Good. Be honest.
もう、そんなこと気にしなくていいのに。いつも通りでいいのよ。
Even so, when it comes to etiquette, I'm clueless. That's why I'm so nervous.
あのね、風太郎。私は風太郎と一緒にいられてすごく幸せよ。
Every sister thinks that. Huh? What, now all of a sudden?
いいから聞きなさい。
Here's his reality check. All the sisters would tell him this.
私は風太郎がそばにいてくれるだけで他のことはどうでもいいって思っちゃう。私と風太郎が付き合うことになってみんなも祝福してくれたし、これ以上望むことなんてないわ。
Just speedrun those 5 chapters.
ぶっちゃけ言うともう少し揉めるかなって思ってたんだけどね。
That we just don't see, but yeah, okay. After I confess to Nino, well, it doesn't matter which sister I confess to, there's gonna be an awkward atmosphere between the quintuplets for a while. But by the time winter had really set in, it had disappeared. I haven't asked for details, but you guys did have some issues.
それは避けられないわよ。みんなそれだけ本気だったんだから。
Yeah, because they all want to date him. That's how that works. That's how love triangles work, sweetheart. It's just how it is.
逆に言えば本気だからこそぶつかり合えて、こうして今でも一緒にいられるんだと思う。
That was the whole point of Sister Wars.
適当に済ませていたら、きっとどこかで限界が来てたはずだわ。
Looking at Nino's face, I noticed that she is being honest with me. So it's really true that there's no trouble between them. Honesty is the best policy, my man.
風太郎が気に病むことなんてないのよ。むしろそれだけ私たちを本気にさせたことを誇りに思いなさい。
Proud? I haven't done anything. Idiot. Don't act brand new.
そうね。風太郎はいつでも風太郎らしくいるだけ。
Yeah, you tell him, Nino. That's why people like Nino.
私はそういう風太郎が好き
She's
よ。
just blunt about it. And people like that about her. Nino, please, don't do anything embarrassing in public.
わかった。風太郎を困らせないようにする。付き合って初めての旅行だもの。 いい思い出をたくさん作らないとね。やりたいことはたくさんあるの。沖縄と言ったら海だから新しい水着持ってきたけど、買い物もしたいし見に行きたいところもあるから、体一つじゃ足りないくらいよ。
Shit. The game's gonna have a swimsuit scene. Should have seen that coming, honestly. You're quite greedy. As for things I want to do, if I could kiss Nino during this trip, I would have no complaints. Hey, you gotta settle in the mood, you gotta set the right atmosphere. You'll be just fine, my guy. Rushing into things would be a mistake. I'll try not to be too eager and wait for my chance. Very good. Very good game plan.
欲張りにもなるわよ。だって旅行が終わったら風太郎は東京へ行っちゃうでしょ。
I forget, but I don't think ever in the manga they specified what city that the Quintessential Quintuplet actually takes place in. Hey, Shadow. Hey, Gauntless, welcome to the stream. Playing Peak? I see, but that's not new. You're damn right. You know I get all the good choices on this channel.
状況に反対するつもりはないし、風太郎のやりたいことも理解はしてるつもりだけど、それでもしばらく会えないのは寂しいから、この旅行中に風太郎をたっぷり溜め込んでおきたいの。
Hang on. I just need a quick memory refresher. It's still 21st century. The Quintessential Quintuplets takes place, and I think it's in the year like 2015 or something like that. And so most like services like line face chat is a thing. What else would be a thing? Like FaceTime would basically be a thing. So they could like easily just call each other with like cameras on with their phones. And it wouldn't be a problem. Like, that was always a thing that was kind of weird because, like, of course, like, most of these mangas are written by guys that grew up in the 90s, right? So they still treat these things as if they're like foreign concepts. Actually, they're probably written by guys that grew up in like the 70s, 80s. They're like older guys. So they treat like certain modern technology things that we have that could make these communication, of course, like, like FaceTime will never be the same as like being in someone's presence. So like long distance relationship will always be trouble because human intimacy and all, but they can still call each other every day. That's the point I'm making. So yeah, like she won't be able to be around him, but she could just call him every day because that's something she would do. What's that supposed to be? What's that supposed to mean? Storing memories.
例えば、
Yo, is she going in for the move? What the?
こうして風太郎のぬくもりと感触をいっぱい感じて、いつでもそばにいてくれるって思えるようにするのよ。
Laying siege. Is that so?
ね、風太郎も。私をこうしていっぱい溜め込んでおいてね。
See, the other thing I wonder too is that like, okay, so I asked someone about this. I had to make this note because I asked about this when I was doing one of the D4DJ essays. So in Sister Wars, that's the arc where like Fudoru and the Quintuplets, they go to Kyoto. And I actually asked about them, like, okay, why is it in these animes that these characters go, like, they spend their high school trip to Kyoto? I asked about this, and the reason I was told was because Kyoto is like a major historical site in the Kanto region. And so when various high schools in Kanto, whether it's Tokyo or other parts of other cities, which I assume the Quintessential Quintuplets takes place in the Kanto region, because they also go to Kyoto. The reason why, like, your high school trip isn't going to be somewhere further is because they don't want to cross regions. And the reason why you don't want to cross regions is because you have to do all this extra paperwork, and you know they don't want to do that. So usually you go to a place within the region. And so a lot of animes, they tend to take place in Tokyo or in one of the nearby cities. And so I assume that's also true for the Quintessential Quintuplets. With that said, even though the story established that Futaro, after they graduate from high school, he goes to Tokyo University. And then he lives in Tokyo. It can't be that far from where their hometown is, their home city. This is also confirmed in the manga because in the final chapter, one of the characters basically commutes all the way from Tokyo to their hometown. And so it can't be like that far, if that makes sense. So when they treat it like, oh, you know, like, Futaro, you're gonna be away in Tokyo, I'm like, it's not that far.
あとは思い出も。この旅行で思い出をたくさん作って、いない間はそれを思い出しながら過ごせるように。そうすれば、寂しい時間もきっと乗り越えられるわ。
Oh, Nino. Long distance relationships really do make me anxious. I should show her the kind of man I can be on this trip, to put her at ease. This is where it counts, Usagi Futaro. Day 2. Oh, so we just skipped the dinner. I assume that, like, different parts of the day would be highlighted based on which sister you pick. And then if you do the all 5 sisters route, you go every place. Like, Futaro gets around. Because we skipped the dinner scene, and we skipped, like, the rest of the hotel, so I assume that there are parts explored if you go, if you pick a different quintuplet. Morning.
おはよう。お兄ちゃん早いね。
I'm just too excited for our Okinawa trip. I even woke up before my alarm went off.
同じくです。もうワクワクが止まりません。
Hey, Yotsuba, Miku, good morning.
おはよう。あとは、イチカとニノ。
Oh, there's a mess up in the text. Someone screwed it up. It's supposed to be Ichika and Nino.
イチカちゃんと起きれてるかな。
Ah.
ニノがついてるし、大丈夫だと思うけど。ほーら、シャキッとしなさい。起きないならこのまま置いてくわよ。
それはやだ。でも眠い。
Good morning, Nino. Rough morning, eh, Ichika?
おはよう、風太郎。見ての通りよ、もう。はあ、朝は風太郎を部屋まで起こしに行こうと思ってたのに。イチカも空気読みなさいよね。
ごめん。
No, don't worry about me. I can wake up on my own.
気にするって問題じゃないのよ。私がしたいんだから。風太郎が一日の最初に見るのが私。それだけで嬉しい。
Is that so?
風太郎は？
I'm happy too.
わーお、朝からこのラブラブな空気、目が覚めますな。
あら、それはよかったわ。じゃあ、風太郎には毎朝私たちの部屋に来てもらって、あんたの目を覚ましてあげましょうか。
いやー、遠慮します。明日はちゃんと起きるよ。
朝からのろけがすごい。
二人とも時と場所を選んでくださいね。
はい
はい
はい、分かってるわよ。じゃあ今日は朝食の後に氷島よね。
I assume
島
so.
ってどうやって行くの？船？なんと氷島は 沖縄本島と橋でつながっているんですよ。だから車で行けちゃいます。
ホテルにタクシーの手配をお願いしていますから、2組に分かれて乗っていきましょう。
じゃあ私は風太郎と一緒ね。
Of course you would.
そう言うと思って、組み分けはあらかじめ用意してあります。
Good work.
1台目のタクシーには私とライハちゃん、ニノと上杉くん。2台目のタクシーは市川、ミク、四つ葉です。
私と風太郎だけがいいのに。
Stop it. You know that's not gonna happen.
ダメです。変更は受け付けられません。
And besides, if it was only 2 people in one taxi, the other taxi would not be able to fit 5 people. Think, Nino.
いつきさん先生みたい。
そうですか？手しゃばりすぎでしょうか？
Not the same, but
気
go
に
at
しな
it.
くていいよ。むしろ助かっちゃう。
ニノに任せてたら大変なことになりそうだし。
Yo, cash it strays.
何よ、風太郎と一緒にいたいと思っちゃダメだって言いたいわけ？ダメじゃないけど限度がある。二人の世界へ突入して戻ってこなくなっちゃいそうだもんね。
Aha.
しかも風太郎は推しに弱い。
Just cooking. That's totally true.
まあ全部に弱いわけじゃないけど、少なくともニノの推しには激弱じゃない？
That's not
ありま
Stop it. That's enough. Let's hurry up and eat breakfast.
ーす。あ、風太郎、待って、レストランはそっちじゃないわよ。
Oh, it just tells me what happened. A small island in the northern part of Okinawa. The Kori Bridge has opened and can be accessed from the mainland. Oh, See, it shows like a bunch of the other stuff on this island, so I assume like you go to different places based on which route we're playing, but... Alright, good to know. We finished breakfast and got into a taxi, then left for Kori Island. To be precise, Okinawa and Yagaji Island are connected by the Yagaji Bridge. Furthermore, Yagaji Island and Kori Island are connected by Kori Bridge. Well, okay, there are 3 islands, that's why, because remember, Japan is an archipelago. While enjoying the view from the Kori Bridge that stretches over the sea, we safely arrived at the front of a building called Kori Ocean Tower. Oh yeah, it was astounding. Blue skies, white sandy beach, emerald green sea, and the bright sun. It truly was a breathtaking view, just as the rumors say. I'm getting excited about being in Okinawa.
あんな風景見たことないからびっくりしちゃった。風太郎、タクシーの中でもすごくはしゃいじゃって大変だったわ。まあ気持ちはわかるけど、期待以上だったもの。綺麗すぎて写真みたいな景色だった。わかる！現実味がない！
天気がいいおかげでもあるよね。絶好の観光日和だ。
あの橋自転車で走ってみたいな。車から見るのもいいけど、風を感じて走り抜けたら絶対に気持ちいいよ。
I don't know about bikes, but that bridge seems to be a popular touring spot for motorcycles, according to our taxi driver.
おお、やっぱり人気なんですね。ツーリング。バイクの免許は勉強すれば1日で取れるって聞いた。
That sounds like cap. No way. Hey, hold on. You might be able to get it in one day, but you still have to ride on public roads. So you should practice properly.
風太郎、家庭教師気分が抜けてない。
Well, lest we forget, Futaro does have a motorcycle license. That's not the issue here.
ねえねえ、風太郎はバイクの免許を持って
She
るよね。
remembers. She remembers. Well, I have one, but it's not a good idea to go on a solo tour in this situation. It would be a shame to go touring alone on our graduation trip when we're all together.
ええ、みんなで来ているわけですし、みんなでできることをしましょうか。
But I already know the right choice is to take Nino on a bike ride, because Nino would want to do that. Because she would want to kind of relive that, like, moment when they were on the bike, and then she's gonna try, like, saying the I love you thing again, but make sure he hears it. You know, not fumble it like she did in the manga.
そうね。
What's wrong? Nino seems oddly dissatisfied. What? Hey.
まあいいわ。せっかく氷島まで来たんだから、たっぷり楽しむわよ。
Okay.
ニノ、行き先が沖縄に決まってから氷島に行きたいと何度も言っていましたね。
そうなんだ。ここってどんなものがあるの？氷島にはたくさんのパワースポットがあるの。ティーヌ浜のハートロックもその一つね。ハートロック？ハート型に見える岩よ。なんてったって氷島は恋の島。氷島の語源は食い島と言われているんだから。
Quijima?
恋の島と書いて食い島って読むの。ここには沖縄版アダムとイブのような言い伝えが残っていて、天の神様が初めて人間の男女を下ろした場所なんですって。
確かにそれはアダムとイブの伝説に通じるものがありますね。
ティーヌ浜の他にも2人が住んでいた伝説の舞台と言われているチグヌ浜とか見どころがたくさんあるのよ。
You know a lot about it, Nino.
この旅行のために調べたのよ。氷島のことなら任せてちょうだい。
I wish you could reflect that enthusiasm in your studies.
もうそういうこと言わないでよ。意地悪ね。
ああ。
パワースポットに行く前にそこに見えるタワーに登ってみよ
私も気になってる。登れば橋から見た以上の景色が見えるんじゃない？
That sounds lovely.
う。もちろんそのつもりよ。ここは氷大橋を一望できる絶景スポットなんですって。
Oh, that sounds exciting. The view from the bridge was already amazing, but if we can see it from all, but if we can see it all from there, it must be an incredible sight.
それにここの屋上にも外せない観光スポットがあるの。
そうなの？何？
それは行ってのお楽しみよ。入り口から展望台までは自動カートがあるはず。乗っていきましょう。カート？面白そう。乗ろう乗ろう。さあ風太郎、行くわよ。早く早く。
Hey Nino, you don't have to pull me like that.
ニノ、言えばいいのに。
Hang on, I need to fix my camera. It's getting a little bit of a delay here. There you go.
ああ、バイクのこと？
Oh, they know! They know!
きっと2人で乗りたかったんだ。
なんだかんだ言ってもニノはそこでわがままを言い出せるような子じゃないんだよね。
That's true.
だからここは風太郎くんに気がついてほしかったんだけど。
No, no, no. No, none of this mind reading games. Use your big girl words.
でも風太郎だから。
だね。風太郎くんだもんね。
Use your big girl words.
確かここのはずなんだけど、おかしいわね。どこにあるのかしら。
What are you looking for?
あれよあれ。風太郎、早くこっちに来て。見せたいものがあるの。
You don't have to be in such a hurry, you know. What exactly is it?
幸せの鐘。オーシャンタワーの名物の一つで、カップルでこれを鳴らすと幸せになれるんですって。
I feel like I've heard this before. Another bell, huh? A typical tourist attraction. I remember seeing it at their grandfather's place too.
風太郎とこれを鳴らしたかったの。いいでしょ？
Yeah. Let's do it. Well then, let's ring it. 3, 2, 1. I think it sounds normal. Well, it'll be uncouth to say otherwise. It's easy to dismiss something like this as nonsense, but it doesn't matter if it's genuine or not when it comes to memories.
ねえ、風太郎。
Hmm?
この鐘を鳴らしたカップルは、また仲良く沖縄に来られるっていうジンクスもあるらしいの。風太郎とまたここに来られるかしら。一層新婚旅行とか。
Okay, do not pick the first one. Because Nino will be like, huh? And then you could run into other problems. Let's go back soon. Yeah? Soon, yeah?
それって、新婚旅行って、そういうつもりでいていいのかしら。
Well, yeah, that's what I confessed to you. Aw, damn it, not way up
そ
though.
うよね。ずっと一緒にいてくれる約束だもの。
I could have done that better. Maybe I should have picked the second one.
あの時の風太郎を思い出しちゃった。めちゃくちゃ照れてたわよね。
You don't have to remember that.
無理よ。あの時間は私にとって一番大切なものなんだから。忘れることなんてできないわ。
I hope the game allows you for some room of error. Like you can't get like the good ending by being perfect for every choice. That's a very asinine condition. I hope the game allows me some wiggle room. Look, that's the second choice of the game, and I already like did not get a way up alignment, so I hope the game allows me a fair amount of wiggle room. I want you to keep the memory. I want you to keep the memory, you know? I was just so nervous at the time.
風太郎。
Thinking back to it, it's hard to bear the embarrassment, so please spare me from reliving it again.
二人とも後
I
が
just
疲れ
realized I
てる
should
んだ
probably
けど。
have just Nino back here. Because we're doing the Nino route. There are people behind you, you know? Sorry, were you guys waiting in line too?
まあねー。この鐘、恋人同士だけじゃなくて、友達とか家族で鳴らしてもいいらしいよ。
I mean, it's just a bell.
だから、姉妹でずっと仲良くできますようにって、みんなで鳴らすことにしたんだ。
ちょっと待って。なら私も一緒に鳴らすわ。これって一人が何回も鳴らしていいの？ご利益が減りそう。いいのよ。願い事が違うんだから問題ないわ、きっと。そうですね。5人で一緒に鳴らしましょうか。 じゃあ行くよ。せーの。
After the quintuplets rang the bell together in harmony, Raiha and I also rang it together. We finished touring the ocean tower facilities and headed to the beach, where Nina wanted to see the Heart Rock.
ここの海も綺麗。手つかずって感じの浜辺ですね。泳ぐのは難しそうです。あった。あれよ。あれがハートロック。
That rock?
ハート。
Isn't that a tough one to call it a heart?
風太郎くん、今どこがハートだとか思ったんじゃない？
Well, I guess. But tourist spots often have some quirks, so I guess it's something like that.
思ったまま口に出さないなんて成長したね、君も。
ハートですか？
It was just like, press D to doubt.
見えないって言いたいんでしょ？
まあ。
仕方ないわね。教えてあげる。よろしくお願いします、ニノ先生。実はね、ティーノ浜には3つのハートがあるの。
3? But your name is supposedly a play on words of 2 hearts. What are we talking about 3?
ビーチから見て左側の岩。2つ目は2つの岩を1つに重ねてみるハート。3つ目は2つの岩の隙間に見える逆さまのハート。砂浜を移動してみてみて。おー、ほんとだ。ちゃんとハートに見える。
確かに。特に3つ目が一番ハートだね。
I see. It takes a little ingenuity.
ニノさんがいてくれてよかった。見えないってがっかりして帰っちゃうところだった。
ええ、きちんと調べてくれたニノに感謝です。
どういたしまして。これ、ただ景色を見るだけじゃなく、2つを重ねて見出すのが、いかにも恋の島のハートって感じでいいわよね。
うん。恋は2人でするものだから。
Love is something that 2 people share, eh? I don't really get that kind of thinking. It's strange, isn't it? That Nino and I are being so romantic like this.
ねえ、風太郎。
Yes? What is it?
写真撮りましょう。私、ここで風太郎と撮るって決めてたの。ポーズも考えてあるよ。
He's gonna go thumbs up, she's gonna go like this. A pose, huh?
2人でハートマークを作るの。ハートの半分をお互いの手で作って。
He's so gonna fumble
重ね合わ
this.
せて撮りたいわ。
Let's do it. Even though he's gonna fumble it. Okay, let's do it.
本当にいいの？
To be honest, I don't think it suits me, but if you want to do it, I'll go along with it. Well, even if it's something like this, I'm still your boyfriend. Oh yeah!
ありがとう。
Gotta say what the girls want to hear so you get the way up points. Let's go.
お兄ちゃん、成長したね。
ねえ、まさか即答するとは思わなかった。
Because only an idiot says no to Nino.
じゃあカメラマンは任せて。2人は並んでください。風太郎、もっとこっち。ハートを作るんだから近づかないと。
Yeah.
上杉さん、もっと笑顔で。 こわばって怖くなってますよ。
Like this. That's a great picture.
はい、ギリギリだけど OK とします。
ギリギリアウトじゃない？私から見たら思いっきりアウトだな。笑顔に見えないもん。
上杉君にこれ以上は酷ですよ。
Hurry up and take the picture.
了解です。はい、チーズ。見せて見せて。こんな感じだよ。どう？うん、よく撮れてる。ありがとうよつば。これで私と風太郎のこれからもバッチリだわ。お兄ちゃん、頑張ったね。
I feel like my soul's been taken.
いつの時代の人ですか。それにしてもあなたがこんなことをするとは思いませんでした。
I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for Nino's request.
ほら、やっぱり風太郎はニノに激弱。
これはもう激弱っていうか激甘って感じ？またもやのろけを見せられちゃったな。
You're welcome. Lovey-dove? No, this isn't anything lovey-dovey. It's just a simple fact, alrighty?
そんなに否定したところで説得力ないぞ。
Ugh, she's right. It's definitely lovey-dovey. I said it without even realizing it.
へへへ。お兄ちゃん、ちゃんとニノさんの彼氏ができてるね。
Don't say that, Raiha. I'm already at my limit. After leaving Tinu Beach, we went around the island and visited the power spots recommended by Nino. We also enjoyed Okinawa tourism and delectable seafood for lunch. That sounds lovely. We returned to the front of Ocean Tower again.
沖縄なだけあって海の幸がとても美味しかったですね。
Of course.
取れたてを食べさせてもらえるなんて贅沢すぎる。ふふふ。旅行はまだ1日目ですよ。これからもっとたくさんの美味しいものが押し寄せてきますから。わー。なんでいつきまで。あの子らしいわ。
Today we went to Heart Rock at Tinu Beach, a cave at Chigunu Beach, and Tokei Beach.
ええ、たくさん回ったわね。有名なスポットは全部見れたはずよ。どこも海が透き通ってて綺麗だった。
ええ、晴れていたこともあって素晴らしい景色でした。
後で写真を見るのが楽しみだ。
Anyway, that's about it for today's sightseeing, huh? Considering the time to head back, it's probably about time to wrap up.
あ、待って。帰る前にもう一度ティーノ浜へ行ってみない？
Did you forget something?
そうじゃないの。今から向かえばちょうど夕方のティーノ浜を眺めることができそうだから今日の仕上げに行きたいのよ。
Ah, I see. The sunset. We should be able to see it from Tinu Beach.
うわ、それ見たい。絶対に綺麗だよ。
No, that is the incorrect response, Ishika.
時間に余裕はありますし、ニノの提案通り行ってみましょうか。
いいよ。私も賛成。賛成。ありがとう。それじゃあ行きましょう。
It gives us the loading screen just to change the backdrop. Wow. That is
言葉にできません。ただの夕焼けとは全然違う。
まるで映画のワンシーンみたい。本当に絵になる光景よね。
これは言い出したニノに感謝しなくちゃ。ありがとう。
みんなにも気に入ってもらえて何よりだわ。
Indeed, it's a fitting scenery to end the day.
せっかくなんだもの。昼の景色も夕方の美しさも見ておきたかったの。きっと夜空も綺麗でしょうけど、さすがにホテルに戻らなくちゃいけないものね。
That's too bad. There might be a beautiful starry sky since there's no artificial light.
もし風太郎がどうしても見たいのなら、ここに残っちゃおうかしら。
No, we can't do that.
私はあっちから夕日を見てみよっかな。もっと綺麗に見えそうだし。
そうだね。行ってみようか。
They're like, why are we
五木の
going?
四つ葉も行こう。そうですね。ここはお邪魔してはいけませんよね。いつきさんいえ、夕日のためですよ。というわけで、四つ葉も行きましょう。
ここはあの子たちに甘えちゃいましょ。
Well, I guess that's true. We're free from any obstacles now.
ほら、これで今日も風太郎を補給できそう。
Oh, well, recharging is good, but since we're here, let's watch the sunset too, okay?
もちろんよ。私、この光景を風太郎と一緒に見ることができてよかった。
Me too. This way, I have another memory with you.
昨日も言ったけど、遠距離恋愛になる前に、風太郎との思い出をたくさん作っておきたいの。寂しい時間を埋めてくれるだけの思い出を。
Nino.
例えば、今日撮った写真とかね。あの風太郎があんなポーズまでしてくれたんだもの。とっても貴重な写真よね。私、一生大事にする。
You're going to cherish it? As for me, I feel like I want to make better memories and overwrite it.
あら、そんなに恥ずかしかった？
A little. I want to write just thinking about it.
なのに付き合ってくれたのは、それだけ私が好きってことよね。
Can't argue with that. I wouldn't have done it for anyone else.
面と向かって言われると、さすがに照れるわね。
I feel the same way.
でも、言葉にしないとわからないこともあるもの。私も好きよ、風太郎。本当はずっと一緒にいたい。東京にもついていきたい。でも、それはわがままだってわかってる。だから、思い出をたくさんちょうだい。私が寂しくならないように、笑顔で風太郎を見送れるように。
Will Nino really be able to send me off with a smile? Nino thinks so highly of me. With her by my side, I can definitely overcome any difficulty. However, even she must have her own worries regarding the future. Besides, it's obvious to anyone who knows me that I'm absolutely clueless when it comes to romance. Don't worry, buddy, I got your back.
風太郎？
It's nothing. I was just thinking that I need to be more responsible.
急に何？私は風太郎は今のままでいいと思うわ。
To be fair, from Nino's perspective, he's already shown a lot of that. I can't leave things like this. This is my responsibility. Even if I'm clueless about romance, I have to show Nino what kind of man I am, and try to ease her worries, even a little. It's not about whether I can do it or not. I have to do it, no matter what. Alright, back to the hotel. A resort hotel very close to the Kokusai Dori. Whew. Dinner's over, so all that's left is to go to bed. Since we arrived in Okinawa and started our sightseeing tour, I feel fulfilled. Visiting the power spots and experiencing the exquisite Okinawan cuisine. I wonder if it's because I had a lot on my mind, but my eyes feel unnatural. Sorry. My eyes feel unusually alert. Will I be able to sleep at all? Someone is laying siege, I hear. Who is it? Even though it's already time for sleep. Excuse me. Yes?
こんばんは、風太郎。
Nino. Is something wrong? It's late.
その、おやすみなさいの挨拶をしたくて来たの。
Oh, right. I see. I feel like there's a final choice I have to make and make sure I don't screw it up. Nino.
その、なんとなく寝つけなくて。風太郎はもう寝るところ？
No, actually, I was also thinking that I'm strangely awake and wouldn't be able to sleep. We're the same. Now the situation is strange. Nino wants to say something, and it's just the two of us right now. This is bad. For you. Maybe. We'll see. I'll try not to fumble it for you. She said she came to say goodnight, so it's already over, right? No, it is not. Is it possible that she wants to spend the night with me? No, that's not allowed. We're still minors, and if our parents find out, it'll be a huge problem.
あのね、
What is it?
風太郎は私と一緒にいたい？
What? Be with her? Does she mean... You're overthinking it, buddy. You're overthinking it. You're overthinking it. Wait, Nino. I do want to be with you. But,
よかった。私だけがそう思っているのかなって、ちょっとだけ心配になってたんだから。だったら、私...
What kind of choice am I being forced to make? Is my rationality being tested? Yes, that's how dating sims work. But still, I can't bring Nino back to my room this late at night.
風太郎?
You know, you should probably go back to your own room soon. Ichika's got to be worried about you.
そうね。今日はもう戻るわ。
See you tomorrow. Good night.
おやすみなさい、風太郎。
You're allowed to give a little hug. Come on. Give me that option. Give her a little hug. And then let her go off to her bed. No? I would have handled that better. Holy moly, her actions take a toll on my heart. Honestly, I like her, but I'm not sure my heart can take it. I'll just say it now, though. The joys of youth. Like, I speak from experience, but poor Ferdinand here is just like, he's struggling because he's... The whole, like, being in love thing is new to him. So, it's kind of fun to watch him, like, kind of squirm around. Those are days long behind me in my old man age. Alright, day 3. Let's do this. Was there a noise? A knocking sound. It's not morning yet. Who could it be and what do they want? Alright, I'll open the door. Wait a second. Probably should have said that part out loud.
こんばんは、風太郎。
Evening? It's like the middle of the night.
立ち話もなんだし、お邪魔するわね。
Oh, she's making a move. What the? Hey, wait, Nino. I said, wait, what were you thinking?
何って。
Coming to a man's room this late at night? Do you realize what would happen if someone saw you?
わかってるわ。何をしてるのか言われなくても自覚だってあるわよ。
Huh?
眠れないまま風太郎のことを考えてたら、いても立ってもいられなくなっちゃって。風太郎がすぐに会える距離にいるんだもの。我慢できなくなるに決まってるでしょ。
Seriously? I knew she was quick to act when she makes up her mind, but I didn't expect her to go this far. Nino, calm down and listen to what I have to say.
私はそもそも落ち着いてる。
Yeah, never tell a woman to calm down. Just listen. Go back to your room right away.
なんでよ。なんで戻らなくちゃいけないの？
The smart move would be, let's go back to the lounge. Well, why do you think? Well, you know, right? I can tell what that face means. She doesn't intend to back down. Anyway, Ichika would be worried if she realized you weren't here.
あの子、一度寝たら起きないから大丈夫よ。
She's got you there.
風
I
太
could have
郎
told you
は
that.
私と一緒にいるのがそんなに嫌なの？
No. It's not about whether... It's like... Hang on, what? No. I have no reason to hate being with you. She doesn't want to be she didn't want to be like a harsh explanation, so don't pick the first one. It's not about whether I like you or not. I have no reason to hate being with you. I have no reason to hate being with you.
だったら、
It's not that I hate you, but that... Very good. But that's exactly why we can't do this. I don't want to act on impulse and regret it later. Yeah! Points way up!
私はただ、風太郎と一緒にいたいだけよ。
The smart move is for us to go into a lit area like the lounge. If you want to have a night chit-chat, that's how you do it. Not in his room. I feel the same way. No matter how much time we have, it's never enough, is it?
そう。何？今のって風太郎の携帯？
Yeah, probably a message. Wait a sec. It's from Ichika. Nino isn't here. Did she perhaps go to your room, Funaru-kun? It's what it says. Busted.
まさかあのイチカが夜中に起きるなんて。
I guess you don't know your sister as well as you thought you did, huh, Nino? That's the elder sister's intuition speaking. Please go back before your disappearance causes a scene.
わかった。じゃあ、おやすみなさい。
See, Nino not thinking. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm glad she went back without a fuss. I'm sure she knew deep down that coming over was wrong. But still, I'll let her slip into the room. This was probably just me panicking. Holy cow. I'm so pathetic. But thank goodness. What would have happened if Ichika hadn't contacted us first? Her timing was perfect. Wait, Could it be that Ishika noticed that when Nino left the room and timed her message on purpose? He's overthinking. He's probably right, but he's overthinking it. If it's her, it's possible. And the purpose is to give me time to reflect on my own pathetic behavior, right? Son of a bitch. She got me. Alright, day 3. What are they doing again? They're going to... No, they're not going to the castle yet. Well, they'll tell me soon enough. Yesterday's incident has left me a bit sleep-deprived. Maybe Nino is also feeling anxious and restless because of my incompetence. So should I just go for the kiss today? No! But I should be the one showing initiative, not Nino. However, I shouldn't be too aggressive, right? I should create a situation where it feels natural kissing her. Hey, good morning. Morning to you too, Itsuki.
おはようございます。
お兄ちゃん、なんだか元気ない？どうしたの？
No, nothing's wrong. Everything is wrong. Good morning. By the way, did you sleep well? Don't say it like that. Everyone's gonna immediately catch on.
ええ、しっかり寝たわ。あんたこそ寝不足っぽい顔してるわよ。
おや？風太郎くん寝不足？
No, not at all. I slept well last night. I was really tired.
そうなんだ。
Is there something you wanted to say?
いえいえ、別にありません。
She's saying that, but she's clearly giving me the side eye. Me too, buddy. Me too. Actually, nothing happened. I don't need to be nervous. Yeah. Don't overthink it.
おはようございます。おはよう。今日は私たちが最後。
What the hell, Miku? Did you not read the itinerary?
そうね。今日はイチカもちゃんと起きたし。
No. There are 5 days. We're on day 3. How can it be the last day? There's one more day of one more full day, and then the 5th day is when they leave. Did they not remember the earlier dialogue in the game? Like, come on, guys.
まあね、ラブラブな空気を感じたから。
Maybe this is the translation that's just wrong.
まさか上杉さん、本当にニノとのラブラブパワーでイチカを起こしたんですか？
No, I didn't use any powers to wake her up. Now instead of talking nonsense, let's check our schedule for today.
今日は一日海水浴ですね。
Oh right, day 3 is beach day. Day 4 is castle day. Day 5 is go home day. Now I remember.
やったー！ついにあの綺麗な海で泳げるんだ！そしてお昼は浜辺でバーベキューです。
That sounds lovely. Nah, someone's got us there.
ホテルのアクティビティプランに申し込んでるので手ぶらで行って OK ですよ。
Huh? We don't need anything. So it's like it's one of those like special hotel packages, but they're also really expensive.
ええ、必要なものはすべて準備してくれます。
But expensive too.
全部お任せなんて贅沢すぎるよ。本当にいいの？後片付けくらいする？
大丈夫ですよ。こういう時くらい贅沢しましょう。
Well, not Raiha's, but go on. Alright, then let's enjoy ourselves to the fullest, Raiha.
もう風太郎もライハちゃんもいちいち大げさなんだから。
Button it. Leave us alone. We're not used to this kind of luxury.
でも風太郎くんが元気でよかったよ。本当にちゃんと眠ったみたいだね。
いちか、あんたそろそろいい加減にしなさいよ。
はーい。
何かあったんですか？
何もないわよ。ええ、何も。
Sunset Beach, a town beach adjacent to the American village, famous for its beautiful sunset. I thought about something. Nothing to do with the Quintessential Quintuplets, but something just occurred to me. The Sunset Beach.
おお、ここも氷島に負けないくらい綺麗な海ですね。しかも今日もいい天気。
ええ、きっとライハちゃんの日頃の行いがいいからですね。
Haha, of course. Be grateful for Raiha's qualities, you guys.
ははー、ありがとうございます。
ねえ風太郎くん、海に感激する気持ちもわかるけどさ。
You're gonna force them to do it, aren't you?
君の場合、それよりも先に感想を言うべきことがあるんじゃないかな。ねえ、ニノ。
Well... I got too self-centered and missed the timing.
ニノもあれだけ気合い入れて選んでたんだから、もっと見せればいいのに。水着を新調したのは私だけじゃないわ。あんたたちだって新しいのを買ったじゃない。
ほらほら、風太郎くん。
And they're all different from the ones that they wore in the manga. So they did get a whole new set of swimsuits. I think it looks good on you.
本当？
Really? I don't know much about fashion, so I can't say what's good or not. But I think it's cute. Good recovery.
ありがとう、風太郎。
Yeah, okay.
いやー、初々しいね。付き合い出したばかりって感じで思わずにやけちゃうな。
Maybe a little bit of envy. Stop grinning. Come on, we're not a show for you to watch.
いいじゃないですか。私は幸せのお裾分けをもらってる気分ですよ。
Miku's face says it all.
確かにそういう感覚はありますね。見ているこちらも心が温かくなります。
でもあんまりのろけられるのはちょっと。
And that's why I didn't want to say it in front of you guys. It ends up like this.
じゃあいつ言ってくれるつもりだったの？
Probably not in front of your sisters.
二人きりになったタイミングで？
つまり二人きりになるつもりだったんだ。ここから愛の逃避行を？駆け落ち？
Why should we be doing that? What are you even running away from?
ちょっとあんたたち、風太郎を困らせないで。
この方向に話を振ったのはニノでは？
No. Technically it was Ichika. Don't try that crap, Itsuki. Phew. I'm gonna take a break after that swim.
私、四つ葉さんともうちょっと泳いでくるね。
私ももう少し泳ぎたい気分です。
よーし、そういうことなら沖まで競争だ。
Hey, don't get too excited.
は
Nino and the others should have gotten out of the water. Where'd they even go?
あ、風太郎、ちょうどよかったわ。今呼びに行こうと思ってたの。
What is it?
浮き輪を借りたんだ。寝そべってプカプカできるくらい大きいの。
のんびり海に浮かんで過ごそうと思ってさ。君もどう？
Oh crap. They have something that big? Sure. Why not? Okay, I didn't have to make a choice about that one. That's a tough choice to make.
私と風太郎で一つね。
Huh?
二人用の浮き輪なのよ。いいでしょ？
Very nice move, Nino. Yeah, it's fine with me.
若い二人はいいですな。でも、羽目を外しすぎないようにね。
See, each gets so bad, right? Like she's just constantly sabotaging. She keeps talking. Stop talking. You're making it worse.
隣に浮いて見張ってるから。
No, don't interrupt us. Leave us alone.
いやいや、冗談。ねえ、ミク。
No, she's not joking. Leave us alone.
ミク、冗談よね。うん、冗談。
Is that so? I don't know. I'm doubting Miku.
これ思った以上に気持ちいいわ。
Yeah, the sway of the waves feels so good. It feels nice, but the situation is far from relaxing.
風太郎、寝たりしないでよ。ここで寝返りを打ったら海に落ちちゃう。
Okay, I'll be careful.
ホテルで眠そうだったわよね。夕べ眠れなかった？
No thanks to you and your sister, but go on.
だったらいいけど、私のせいかと思って。
Well, it was, but I'm not gonna get mad about it. Actually, it was because of you. But I wouldn't get mad about it, though.
けど寝不足じゃなくても、こうしてたら眠くなってくるわね。
There's mostly the so-called, what the hell? The 1F fluctuations. You know, the power's spectral density. I'm not an expert in that field.
もうそういうのはいいから、家庭教師と生徒の時間はとっくに終わってるのよ。
Sorry. Calm down, Furuuru. Even though it was Nino who suggested it, this is a chance. Try to lead the conversation skillfully. Shit! No, she's tired. Don't do the kiss here.
そのなんとか揺らぎの効果なのかしら。本当に眠くなってきちゃった。ねえ、風太郎。腕枕してくれない？
Okay, that's better. She wants this. But honestly, I'm thinking more this. Alright. Come here. What? What's wrong?
まさか即答されるとは思ってなくて。
But it's what you
ちょっ
want.
と驚いちゃった。
Don't try to con me.
本当にしてくれるの？
Yes, Amanda doesn't go back on his word.
ありがとう。じゃあ、お邪魔します。
My arm is gonna get very numb though. But okay. Nino?
やっぱりいい。
Huh? Why?
その
Is it because his arm is bony?
ほら、風太郎の腕がしびれたら申し訳ないもの。
Oh, see, she a quick one. His arm would in fact get very numb very fast.
あと、そのとに にかく今はいいわ。言い出しておいてごめんなさい。
No, it's okay. So, what should we do? Should we, go back now?
もうちょっとこうしてたい。
Alright. Got it. Hang on, just give me a sec here. Okay. After drifting on the waves for a while, we returned the float and headed back to the sandy beach. It just felt so good. It was an experience that's hard to come by.
自然の一部になったみたいだったわ。
Yeah. But in the end, I couldn't kiss her. That was not a good time for it anyway. Wait, come to think of it, maybe the others really were watching us. It wasn't the right time for that, right? Right.
風太郎。
What is it, Miku?
なんでそんなに驚くの？
No reason. Really? Other than you just sneaking up on me like that?
お兄ちゃん。
Hey, welcome back. Did you have fun?
ちょっと遠くまで行ってみたんだけど、四つ葉さんがすごく速くてびっくりしちゃった。
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
少し休憩にしませんか？
そうだね。結構遊んだし休みにしよっか。
向こうにお店があったよね。何か飲み物。
Oops, I skipped that line. I did. A break, huh? What should I do?
じゃあ、どこに行くの？
Oh, what the hell? I have to make a choice? And they're all the wrong answers? Like, obviously we're doing the Nino route, so we gotta go hang out with Nino, right? Since the beach A. Hang out with the sister. This is Debbie the wrong choice. But Itsuki's here too, she's gonna cause problems. She's gonna do her problem girl thing. Crap.
この場所でいい？
This is the only choice to pick. What are Itsuki and Nino doing there?
私はもうダメです。放っておいてください。
何大げさなこと言ってるのよ。ほら、何か欲しいものあるなら言いなさい。
ありがとうございます。
She wants to eat. That's what she wants. Itsuki looks exhausted. Come to think of it, she seemed pretty tired earlier too. Hey, what happened?
ああ、風太郎。いつきがちょっとね。
She's also hungry. That's what it is. A little tired.
その、四つ葉に付き合って泳いでいたのですが、想像以上にハードでして。
要は無理してへばっちゃったわけ。
So that's what happened, huh?
ペースを考えてほどほどにすればよかったじゃない。
それが泳いでいる時は平気だったんです。海から上がった途端、体がずしっと重くなって。
Yeah, it happens. As long as your body is in motion, you're not going to notice the fatigue, but as soon as you stop, it catches up to you.
それに、旅行で気分が高揚してしまっていたのもあります。反省しなくては。
I feel so upset because of the trip, but yeah, I've definitely overdone it and need to calm down a bit. This is such a stupid thing to say. Do not pick that. Is Raiha alright? Is Raiha alright? Is she tired? Damn it.
四つ葉がフォローしていましたし、浮き輪も使っていましたから平気そうでしたよ。
Maybe I should have just gone with the first choice. Is that so? Even for us trying to keep up with Yotsuba would be an impossible feat.
さすがに四つ葉もライハちゃんには気を使うでしょう。
On the other hand, she probably thought Itsuki could keep up with her.
面目ありません。
何よ、どうしたの？
気がつかずにすみません。私はお邪魔ですよね。
Huh?
どうぞ二人でゆっくり過ごしてください。私はあっちに行ってますので。
いつき、余計な気遣いはいらないから。
Oh, and your legs are shaking.
ですが。
だから私たちのことはいいの。自分の体調を第一に考えなさい。
すみません。ありがとうございます。
Nino being the responsible one, being like, you know, take care of yourself. Because Nino cares about her sisters.
何か飲み物買ってきてあげるわ。ここで待ってて。
Oh, please don't leave me alone with
風
her.
太郎、いつきのことよろしく。
Yeah, okay.
二人とも以前とは変わりましたね。
Huh? Really?
ええ、なんだか落ち着いている感じで余裕があるとでも言えばいいのでしょうか。
I'm not at ease at all. Do I really look that composed? I'm still not at ease.
今だから言えますが、去年の一時期は一体どうしたらいいのかと頭を抱えていたんです。学園祭であなたが答えを示してくれて。
A year ago would have been like their when they started third year, so halfway through the manga more or less.
そこから半年、ニノも私たちも今の形に収まるまでいろいろあったんですよ。それをあなたに知ってほしいとは思いませんが。
Okay there. Is that so?
上杉くん、ニノのことをよろしくお願いします。
Of course. You can count on me.
じゃあ、どこに行くの？
Oh, what the hell? More bad choices. Alright, do I keep just hanging out with Nino or do I go hang out with other people? Like, I can't be too clingy and just only hang out with Nino. That sounds like a bad idea.
この場所でいい？
Hey, Miku and Raiha, were you resting here?
ああ、お兄ちゃん。お兄ちゃんも休憩しに来たの？
Not really for a break. I just came to see you guys.
じゃあ、風太郎も一緒に休もう。
Sure. Why not?
ライハちゃん、四つ葉と泳いで疲れてない？
Miku trying some shit.
私は大丈夫だけど、一緒に泳いでたいつきさんがかなり疲れちゃってたみたい。
Oh, she was quite exhausted, but Nino took care of her, so I think she'll be okay.
四つ葉さん、息切れせずに泳いでてびっくりしちゃった。運動が得意だって聞いてたけど、もうアスリートみたいだね。四つ葉、いろんな部活に参加して記録を残してたから、ある意味アスリート級なのかも。
As a result, she even got recommended to a sports academy. That's amazing.
すごいなあ。四つ葉さん、将来は何かのプロ選手になっちゃうかもしれないね。四つ葉がプロ選手、想像したことなかった。
The scary thing about Yotsuba is that even becoming an athlete is not impossible.
水泳選手でもいけそうだよ。あれだけ泳げてたんだもん。
Indeed. However, it's surprising that we are allowed to swim in the ocean at this time of the year.
本州じゃまだ寒くて泳ぐどころじゃないし、同じ国なのにここまで気温が違うんだ。今の季節でこの気温なら真夏だと暑くて干からびちゃいそう。
Come to think of it, I read somewhere in Okinawa, in the height of summer, you can actually get burned by the sun.
それじゃ外を歩けないよ。
Yeah, that's why sunscreen and parasols are essential.
本当に環境が違うんだ。過ごしやすいこの時期に来たのは正解かも。
Because remember, this is early spring. Environment is really different. It's a good decision to come to Okinawa during this time of year. It's also nice that there are fewer people around. We can enjoy the beach at our own leisure. Damn.
確かにそうだね。
Not enough way ups. Indeed, I thought there would be more people.
もっと
Okay.
人が多いかと
Sorry,
思ってた。
why am I reading Miku's line? She can read it herself.
人が多すぎて泳げないなんてことはないし、のんびり浮き輪で浮かんでられるし。そう考えると、今の時期にここへ来たのは、やっぱ。
My food points are pretty good though. So my proposal was perfect, wasn't it? But we're about more than halfway through the trip now.
そうだね。とりあえず、日焼け止めはちゃんとしよう。ライハちゃんも。
はーい。
風太郎もちゃんとしてね。
Yeah, it's a hassle, but it's necessary to protect ourselves.
冬に来れば、さすがに日焼け止めは必要ないのかな。
Raiha, you're a middle schooler. You can't be that dumb. Well, I'm not sure, but I think it'll be okay.
沖縄といえば海だけど、あえて冬に来て海以外の観光地を巡るのもいいかもしれない。
Haha.
それも含めて、
Sorry, I should have read that line. I thought that
時期
visiting.
をずらすのも観光の楽しみ方かなって。
I'm reading all the wrong lines.
また沖縄に来ることがあったら、そういう風に楽しんでも良さそう。
Next time, eh?
もし計画を立てたら、風太郎は来てくれる？
If I don't bother you quintuplets too much.
邪魔なわけないよ。それと、ちゃんとニノとの時間も用意する。そこは安心して。
Rest assured, huh?
ライハちゃんも招待するからね。風太郎と一緒に来て。
へへへ、ありがとうございます。
皆さん、お待たせしました。お昼の時間ですよ。
Hey, Itsuki, aren't you the one who's looking forward to lunchtime the most?
私だけではありませんよね。みんな楽しみにしていましたよね。
もちろんだよ。浜辺でバーベキューなんて最高だもん。炭も燃えてますし、準備はバッチリですね。ではじゃんじゃん焼いて、じゃんじゃん食べましょう。
四つ葉、トングをカチカチしない。
Whoa, look at all the different kinds of meat and fish. Yeah, that's how barbecues work.
海辺だし、海鮮メインかと思ったけど、お肉もたっぷりあるわね。
よかったね、いつきちゃん。
出されたからには残さず食べるのが礼儀ですよね。
どれから焼くのがいいのかな。お肉の後に海鮮を焼くのはちょっと。だったら別にしましょう。いくつか鉄板が用意されてるし。
Is that so? I thought other people will be using them.
かもしれないけど、使い方は工夫しないと。焼き網はしっかり温まってるみたいね。
Yo, though. Japanese barbecue sounds pretty lit right about now.
あとは炭の量を調節して、強火と弱火、それと保温する場所を作るのが良さそう。あ、そっか。火の通りやすさで分けるんだ。そういうこと。コンロみたいにうまくはいかないでしょうけど、やらないよりはマシよ。
Alright, I'll be the firekeeper.
お願い。やけどに気をつけて。よーし。じゃあこっちの網はお肉係ということで早速。待って。こっちにホイルがあるから、お肉にはこれを使いましょう。
Smart move. Nino knows what to do.
ニノさん、私も手伝う。ありがとう。それじゃあ海鮮の網を見てもらえる？はーい。火の通りにくい野菜を弱火に置いて、それからメインのお肉の塊を強火で焼いて、お肉の表面が焼き上がったらホイルでしっかり包んで少し休ませる。5分休ませたら切り分けて
I
完成
feel
よ。
I should be reading this a lot more carefully. I feel like some choices are gonna show up. No shit. She does all the cooking at home.
もう食べられるものはここに置いていくから遠慮なくどうぞ。
それじゃあお言葉に甘えていただきます。
おいしい。火加減バッチリ。さすがニノ。これくらい当然よ。風太郎もどんどん食べてね。
Let her feed you. Okay.
本当に美味しいな。この野菜ガーリックオイル使ってる？
調味料もいっぱい用意されてたから、ちょっと変化があるといいかなってニノさんが。
素材の新鮮さもあるとは思いますが、その良さをしっかりと引き出していますね。
はい、焼きそばできたわよ。食べる人。はーい。私も。持ってあげるからお皿よこしなさい。
Wait, there's a fried egg in there too. When did you prepare that?
崩して麺と一緒に食べて。それでちょうどいい味付けになるはずよ。
ニノ、私にもお恵みを。
はいはい、たっぷり持ってあげるわよ。
Man, really? The way the meat is prepared and how you grilled the vegetables? This is just... This barbecue is on a whole different level. I've never tasted anything like it before.
惚れ直した？
Hey, what are you talking about?
上杉さん、ここで味噌汁ですよ。俺のために毎日作ってくれっていうチャンスです。
I didn't need you to tell me that, Yospa, but okay.
何それ？いつの時代？
What is this? The 50s? Like you would know what the 50s was like, Nino. Hell, I barely know what the 50s was like.
でも風太郎が朝は和食派ならいいわよ。
But if you're
美味
into
しいの
Jet...
作ってあげても。
Sorry, I don't know why I'm reading out the characters' lines, but like... Yeah. That's... I'm sure that's still a thing now. Just standard rom-com things. not helping. No, it's not like that. You're getting it wrong.
そうね。焼きそば片手にプロポーズはどう考えてもなしだわ。
Anyway, I have an idea. How about Nino and Raiha take a break and I'll take over as the cook? This sounds like a terrible idea.
私は別に大丈夫よ。
Can't have you do everything though. Get Mika to do it. Well, you two haven't eaten yet since you've been cooking food for us all, right? For now, I'll be cooking for you guys. So why don't you grab something to eat too?
風太郎、もしかして気を使ってくれてる？
Yes. Yes, I am. Come on, the spatula and chopsticks. Hand them over.
じゃあお任せしちゃおうかしら。
I place the vegetables and meat on the griddle. As long as I watch the heat like Nino does and cook it properly, it should work out. He butchered it, didn't it?
お
Didn't
兄
he?
ちゃん、大丈夫？
He screwed it up, didn't he? Yep. Sorry, I burnt it. Why'd that happen?
バーベキューは簡単に見えて難しいんだよ。今度みたいに火の調整ができないから、焼き加減を見てお肉をひっくり返して調節しなきゃいけないの。
I see. Now that you mentioned it, it's not as easy as it looks.
風太郎、そのお肉ちょうだい。
No, you can't eat this.
いいのよ。風太郎が私たちのために焼いてくれたんだから、その気持ちだけで十分。
Nino being a champ, though. Hey, seriously, stop it. Nino.
美味しい。よく焼けてるわ。
Sorry about that.
どうして謝るのよ。風太郎は気にしすぎ。せっかくだから焼き方教えてあげるわね。次はもっと美味しいのを食べさせて。
Okay, got it. Why are we scene transitioning? They're not going anywhere.
お腹いっぱいです。お肉も海鮮も美味しかったですね。ニノとライハちゃんのおかげですごく充実したランチだった。ありがとう。
I don't see you helping Miku. You're also like quite the cook. Come on.
どういたしまして。普段もそれくらい感謝の気持ちを見せてくれてもいいのよ。
はーい。
すみません。
Oh, we got a fan.
何か？
We got an Ichika fan over here.
やっぱり中野いちかさんっすよね。
Totally called
俺たち
it.
ファンなんです。握手してもらえませんか？
いつも応援してくれてありがとう。握手くらい構わないよ。はい。
Wouldn't he freak out that there's like 5 Ichikas? How would he, like, I mean, I guess like their hair is different enough.
ありがとうございます。マジ応援してます。
We? He's talking about Nintendo. There's no we.
こちらこそ。だけど、
I see
今は
one
プライ
guy.
ベートだから騒がないでね。家族とゆっくり楽しみたいの。
はい、もちろんです。ありがとうございました。
Wow, you handled the situation so well, like a real celebrity.
たまにこういうことがあるけど、あしらい方がどんどん上手くなってる。
大女優様の風格かしらね。
Hmm? I was too focused on the barbecue and didn't notice, but we are standing out. But are we standing out? It feels like we're drawing attention. Yeah, it's you and like 5 attractive girls hanging out. Like, the 5 attractive girls factor alone is like, yeah, people would notice. Duh.
おい、あそこのグループなんだよ。可愛い子ばっかじゃん。
Yeah, that.
つうか同じ顔してね。めちゃくちゃ似てる姉妹だな。
Those guys over there are talking. It's hard to believe that someone as beautiful as Ichika has 4 other siblings that look exactly like her. I would imagine they're all beautiful.
あんな美人と一緒にいるとか何者だよあいつ。どういう集まり？
Yeah, these guys saying like these girls are out of his league.
明らかに釣り合ってねえよな。
No, get the hell out of here. Is he talking about me? Yeah, he's talking about you. You tell him to get the hell out of here. This is my party. You weren't invited. Well, it's true I stick out when I'm with them.
びっくりした。さすがに油断してたな。
きちんと対応できていましたよ。
ならよかった。仕事中ならいいんだけど、オフの日に声かけられると断りづらくて。まあ、無茶な要求じゃなければきちんと対応するつもりだけどね。ファンになってくれたことは純粋に嬉しいし。でも、ごめん。みんなもびっくりしちゃったでしょ。
そんなことないよ。ファンは大事にしないと。
それに、見ていて嬉しくなりますから。いちかを応援してくれる人がたくさんいるのだと実感できます。
それは私も思う。
All these girls are so awesome. And they're rich too. They're living in a completely different world than me. Especially Nino is kind-hearted and caring towards her sisters. She's always asserting herself. She is passionate and dedicated, even if she can be a bit extreme sometimes. The more I think about her, she's like really cute. Actually, after confessing to her, I'm actually dating Nino as her boyfriend.
ちょっと風太郎、何を人をじっと見たりして。
Hi, Lovebug. Welcome to the stream. Do you know me? I mean, as a YouTube viewer, I guess so. Welcome to the stream. No, it's nothing.
何？
It's really nothing.
そう。まあいいわ。
Do I know Jesus Christ? I like to believe that I do. I see.
デザートにアイスクリームがあるんですって。クーラーボックスに入ってるから好きなのを選んだら？
You guys haven't talked about how would you know that? I heard there's ice cream for dessert. It's in the cooler box, so pick your favorite one, okay? Oh, sorry, that's Nino's line. Oh, really? Then I'll go grab it. Oh. Furu's overthinking things. Alright, where are they going? Back to the hotel.
楽しかった。目いっぱい泳げたし、やっぱり海は最高。沖縄の海はもっと最高。
Alright, shoot. That was so much fun. I was able to swim to my heart's content. Swimming in the ocean is always fun. Okay, compared to what though?
四つ葉は体力ありすぎ。どうしてあんなに泳げる
I'm a regular attender. Yotsuba has too much stamina. Okay.
バーベキューも美味しかったですね。今日は素敵な一日でした。
遊びすぎて疲れちゃった。この後の予定って何かあったっけ？
夕食までは特にないわ。
では、自由時間にしましょうか。みんな疲れていると思いますし。
Okay, Nino's totally gonna try and like seize the opportunity to have some alone time.
賛成。私、部屋で一休み
Why are there so many like Miku back shots? I don't know.
同じく部屋に戻って一眠りしよう。
いちか寝すぎじゃない？海でも寝てたよね。
あれは浮き輪で遊んでたんだよ。昼寝には入らないから。
Is Miku gonna snitch?
ねえ、風太郎はどうするの？
Oh, no snitching. I'm also tired, so I'll rest in my room. I'll see you guys later. That is the wrong answer.
ああ、そう。
See
わか
that?
ったわ。ゆっくりして。
She's immediately like, damn, I was hoping to have some alone time. You fumbled that one, Fudaru. You fumbled it. Now, Nino has to take the initiative. You're fumbling in your goals here, buddy.
じゃあ私も休もうっと。お兄ちゃんの部屋にお邪魔してもいい？
Sure. Come on.
うん。
See? And then now all the sisters will notice that Nino's dejected.
少しくらい一人の時間をあげたら。束縛しすぎるのも重い。
そんなことしてないわよ。
風太郎にも自分の時間が必要。
Miku trying to give advice is not coming off as very positive. It's probably giving Nino the impression that like Miku's like, I know how to be a better girlfriend than you. It's like, shut up, he's mine. Get away.
それはそうね。私のわがままだって分かってるんだけど。何よ、いちか。
風太郎くんのことで悩むニノは可愛いなって思って。
Of course.
からかうんじゃないわよ、もう。それより、四つ葉は夕食までどうするの？いつきも。
私は近くの国際通りにお土産を見に行こうかと。
じゃあ私も行くよ。お父さんへのお土産一緒に選ぼう。なら私も行くわ。部屋でぼーっとしてるのももったいないもの。いちかとミクはお留守番でいいの？
うん。お父さんへのお土産は任せる。
Wow, Miku. This Nino route is not painting Miku very positively.
いってらっしゃい。
The dump stat, I guess, of this run. Alright, where are we going next? To the Kokusai Dori, the most famous downtown area in Okinawa. It is lined up with shops for a total length of about 1.6 kilometers. It's not that long. It's like what, 2 city blocks of just shops? That's not that much.
風太郎。
The Nino side of shopping. Yeah, we already know it's the Nino side. Well, I guess because there's like the Fudaru side that I have to like. Basically, these two events happen at the same time.
うひゃー、いろんなお店がたくさんある。
So I assume this whole bit is just exposition, and then I have to relay information to Fudaru across the ether for when we get back to his side. He's got to make some good choices. I assume that's what this is for.
人も多くて賑やかですね。
Yeah, that's how shopping centers are.
見てるだけでワクワクしてくるな。ここなら何でもありそう。ね、ニーナ。そうね。
お父さんに何を買いましょうか。お土産といえばお菓子が定番ですよね。
大人だからお酒もいいんじゃない？ほら、泡盛売ってる。
お父さん、お酒飲みましたっけ？少なくとも私は見たことがありませんが。
That's true. They never see him do it.
ああ、そっか。お菓子を食べてるのもあまり見ないよね。
ニノが作ったお菓子は食べていましたし、甘いものは嫌いではないと思いますが。ですよね、ニノ。
Good call.
そうね。 苦手なものだったら申し訳ないし、食べ物は避けよっか。
No, 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 no. Bad idea, Yosuba. Like, that's the easy pick. Food and beverages is usually the easier pick to go to for souvenir shopping. Because you try and buy like a trinket or something and it ends up being like something like kind of lame for him. That's like super awkward.
でしたら、あ、こっちのペーパーウェイトなんて良いのでは？これなら仕事でも使えそうです。
シーサー型だ。いいね。お父さんの仕事をしっかり見守ってくれそう。
ニノはどう思います？
うん、いいと思うわ。あって困るものじゃないと思うし。
では、この中から決めてしまいましょうか。
あれ？これって2つセットなんだ。なんでだろう？
説明がありますね。ああ、シーサーはつがいなんですね。口が開いているのがオスで、閉じているのがメスだそうです。
そうなの？
オスは外敵から家を守り、メスは幸運を家の外に逃がさないようにすると書かれていますよ。
へえ、仲良く家を守ってくれるんだ。じゃあセットで買わないとね。
Nino is doubting
お
something.
父さんの好きな色は何でしょう？
わかんないな。仕事で使うとしたら派手な色じゃなくてシンプルなもの？は
That's the practical route to go.
あ、ねえニノ、大丈夫？さっきからぼーっとしてるけど。あ、ごめんなさい。ちょっと考え事。
さては、上杉くんのことを考えていましたね。
Ha! Caught!
まあ、間違ってはいないわ。
上杉くんもニノが誘えば来てくれたのでは？
さあ、どうかしら。
え？
あはは、さっきニノがどうするか聞いたのに、あっさり部屋に行っちゃったもんね。
ああ、確かに。ですが、あれは彼が、男女のお付き合いに慣れていなくて、機微を分かっていないだけだと思いますよ。
Oh, like you do!
それもありそうだけど、風太郎の様子がおかしかったような気がするのよ。
Go
お
on.
昼過ぎくらいからかしら。ちょっとよそよそしい感じがする。ああ、言われてみればそうかも。そうよね。やっぱり変だったわよね。
確かに午後は多少静かになっていましたが、単に疲れてしまったのでは？
Probably the correct answer.
それもだけど、なんていうか、ニノが言うことへの反応が薄くなってた感じもしたんだよね。
How would you know that?
イチカやミクがからかうからあんまり反応しないようにしてたのかもしれないけど。
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Yosuba's on to something.
私たち朝からずっと一緒にいたけど、特に何もなかったわよね。
問題になりそうなことや変わったことは特に覚えがありません。
Yeah, you guys are overthinking it.
変わったこと、イチカのファンが話しかけてきたことくらい？でも上杉さんには関係ないだろうし。最初に変だって思ったのは、イチカのファンが話しかけてきた直後だった。でもどんな関係があるのよ。風太郎、何があったの？思うことがあるのなら、私に相談してくれてもいいのに。もしかして、私には相談できないようなことだったりするの？
Don't worry, Fuduru. I got your back. I'll help you out. Make all the good decisions for you. I got this. Alright, back at the hotel. So now we're seeing like
どうしたらいいん
Fuduru
だ
and him hanging out with Raiha, because these two events are supposed to be happening like simultaneously. After finishing dinner and returning to my room, I couldn't help but feel distressed as I recuperated the day at the beach. Recapitulated, sorry, the day at the beach. What was that fuzzy feeling I had at lunch today? I didn't experience unpleasant, but he's becoming overly self-conscious that he's around these attractive girls all the time. And when other guys go like, "Damn, that guy's hanging out with these hot girls," it's like, oh yeah, that is a thing. Well, it didn't feel good being the subject of those guys' mockery. Fuduru, welcome to the internet. People be hating because they jealous. They mad jelly at you. You're overthinking it, brother. For better or for worse, the quintuplets stand out, so it's natural to draw attention when we're together. I see. Could it be that one phrase that unconsciously stuck with me? Yeah, probably. But it's one of those things that's doofy because it's something that Fuduru... It's in the manga, he's constantly reminded of this. The arm wrestle... See, this is where the story kind of backpedals, because in the manga, the reason why he arm wrestled with his feelings for the sisters was because in the earlier parts of the manga, he did not view them as like girlfriend material. So throughout the story, he's like, other guys would notice like, yo, this guy like hanging out with these hot girls, and it's always brought to his attention. It happens a lot throughout the manga because all these guys, they notice the quintuplets and they're all attractive, and and it's constantly brought up around Fuduru. So the fact that he's also now kind of like going through that again here is kind of doofy, especially after he's picked one of the sisters to be his girlfriend. Because a major part of his character development is that he acknowledges like, yes, I do have these women in my life, and of course he's not shallow and just being attracted to them because of their physical appearance, but the fact that these girls that most guys would want to date chose him says a lot about his relationship with them and the kind of person he is. So I don't know, I just find this detail a little bit doofy. Unbalanced, eh? In other words, at that moment, I felt uneasy about being with Nino. Not really. Looking back at it, it kind of explains my fuzzy feeling. I can explain why I confessed my feelings to Nino and why I fell for her. It's because of my own feelings. But why did Nino fall for me? Okay, so this is one of those things too, where like, we the audience, this is spelled out for us. But it's one of those things that like, once again, Fuduru's main problem is that he's constantly in his own head. The parallel I like to poke fun at, which, shameless self-promotion, but go watch my D4DJ video. I have the new Nagisa one up. And I brought it up in both the Nagisa video and the Tsubaki video, that Tsubaki constantly does this, too. Tsubaki's always in her own head. And that's why she constantly misinterprets situations. Fuduru is the exact same way as Tsubaki of Rondo. Is that they're constantly in their own head, and they overanalyze things that they don't have that much of a deeper meaning. Like, I just gave you guys the 5-minute TLDR of exactly, like, everything that's happening around him and how to easily navigate these situations. Of course, like, once again, I kind of speak out of experience. But it's just one of those things that, like, it's a little doofy for Fuduru to have this existential crisis when it's really not a big deal, and it's a lot more obvious than you think. Of course, like, okay, the counter argument could be that like high schoolers in the moment don't catch that right away because they're young, they're inexperienced. Young people have that tendency to overthink things like that. throughout the manga, the audience is given tons of privy information for why Nino would fall for Fururu. So as I mentioned earlier, in the earlier scene when Fururu's like, I have to be responsible. And he's talking to Nino, like, I have to be a responsible person. Nino has already seen, like, well, all the sisters, but especially Nino has seen that continuously through the story. That's why all of them fell in love with him at some point in the story, throughout different times, of course. But Fururu has always had that quality, which was the major point of the 7 Goodbyes story arc, which was still early in the manga. It's like only a quarter of the way through the manga was the 7 Goodbyes. And the whole point of that arc was Fururu taking on responsibility. A big part of it was the whole, like, because Maru's like a shitty dad and he's never around, but there's a whole other dynamic of why Maru is a bad father figure to the quintuplets. And so Fururu kind of adopts like fatherly maturity, because the girls needed that. They needed that strong masculine energy in their life, and Fururu provided that. And all the girls, when they saw that, that's what really, like, especially in Nino's case, Nino was really attracted to that. Like, that, for the 7 Goodbyes was when, like, Nino went head over heels for him, basically. So it's kind of doofy that, like, Fururu's having this kind of existential crisis here. He's like, why did Nino fall for? I was like, dude, I guess he lacks that self-awareness, because once again, just like I made the parallel with D4 DJ Tsubaki. It's like he's constantly in his own head. And then because he's in his own head, he overthinks things and then ends up putting himself on the wrong path. Out of like doofy immaturity. But once again, I know like I sound a little harsh about it, but that's just me being an old man so sick of this. Like, I'm at that age where it's just like, dude, I'm so sick of I'm just so sick of your shit kind of like mentality as an old man. So I'm aware that I can be a little harsh because I'm just being like a cranky old man. Yeah, that. Because I'm me. What's that? Hello, Swear Jar. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? It's going great. Just playing some dating sims. Originally at the school camping trip, I disguised myself as Kintaro and Nino. Okay, so now he's giving exposition of the manga. In case you haven't read it, but I mean, why would you be playing a Quintessential Quintuplet dating game if you haven't read at least some of the manga or watched the anime? Anyway, she said she wanted to know. She said she wanted me to know how much she loved me, but we've never really talked about what she likes about me. You mean not even in the 6-month time jump? Now that's doofy. Some people only play dating sims, to be fair. Yeah. It's a nice, easy game to play through. You don't have to think too hard. You don't need fast reflexes. It's nice, kind of at your own pace. It seems like Kintaro was exactly Nino's type, based on his appearance. Even at the school festival, she said that my dad was handsome. See? He's overthinking this. Based on her reaction during the school trip, Nino might actually slightly prefer bad boys. No, this is 2 steps backwards, buddy. Do not do that. However, unlike before, I am far from being that type of person. I don't get it. Don't worry, buddy. I do. I got you. Come to think of it, Nino might be the least compatible girl out of the 5 of them, maybe. But see, this is where I'm getting pissed off with this, because once again, like, they're backpedaling on information we know from the manga. Because the whole thing with like the 7 Goodbyes is that the girl starts, when Fururu has to just drop being the stuffy tutor all the time and allow himself to engage with the quintuplets as women. When they start seeing the real him, that he's responsible, he's mindful, he's caring, he's compassionate, he's gentle, he's sincere. Even though he's like he trips over his own words all the time, but he's sincere. And the girls all really love that part of him. They all love the same part of him. Which is an interesting parallel because, of course, all the sisters, even though they are kind of different in their likes and dislikes, at the end of the day, all the sisters are fundamentally the same. They are 5/5 whole shtick. They're fundamentally the same in their capacity and desire to love and be loved. And so with Futaro, when he exhibits that one quality of his sincerity, all 5 of them fall deeply in love with him because of that quality. Yes, it comes at different times for each sister because they see it in different ways. But when Futaro starts thinking like, oh, I'm the least compatible with Nino, has nothing to do with why either of them have feelings toward each other. So I find this kind of doofy. Nino is a fashionable, trendy, and modern high school girl. However, I don't know of anything about trends, and I'm not interested. Don't worry, I have Google here. I got your back. On the other hand, I'm old-fashioned, and my conversation skills are limited. Don't worry, I got you. However, I have my strengths. I got 3rd place in the national mock exams. Why would he bring that up? See, this is where like the script writing probably referenced older stuff in the manga and then just decided to like forget other details and nuances within the text. But Nino doesn't care about it. Yes, true. Nino doesn't care about how smart you are. Nino cares about your sincerity. All the sisters care about your sincerity. That's all they care about your personality. Is your sincerity. Just be sincere. Huh? Why am I dating Nino? Isn't it a miracle we're even together? No! No way. I have absolutely no intention of doubting Nino's feelings for me. Yes. Let's get back on track. After all she's been showing me, how much she cares about me. Is this the reason? Am I just taking advantage of Nino's affection? See, he's overthinking it. It's ridiculous to think that I'm taking advantage of her. As lovers, we should respect each other as equals. If we keep going on like this, will our relationship being inconsistent? There's a possibility that Nino might get tired of me someday. Fair, but the only reason why that would happen is because you're overthinking it. You gotta feel, man. You gotta feel. This is not enough to show her what kind of man I am. Who's your pick among the quintuplets? Well, considering that this is stream 1 and I just jumped to the Nino route, it should be kind of obvious. I need to take the initiative to Nino and make the first move. I've got to kiss her. I've got to make this miracle come to life. Because I know the rational move would have been like just play all 5 of them in order, but that's not happening. Alright, in order to lead Nino in our relationship, I need to understand what she likes. Damn it, it's pathetic that I'm thinking about our relationship now, even though we've been dating. I've been neglectful of things like that because of the exams. Fortunately or unfortunately, Nino's sisters, who know her better than anyone else, are with us on this trip. I can still make up for it. Don't worry, Futaro. Through the powers of the morphogenetic field, I can convey this information to you. I got your back, buddy. Starting tomorrow, I'll begin investigating Nino. You know there's a simpler approach to this, and that is, just ask her. Just ask her what she likes. It's not a difficult concept. Alright, we've had breakfast, and it's time to start the day's activities.
元気だね、風太郎くん。
Huh, that's because we're going to Shirijo Castle. That's probably how you pronounce it, right? A famous tourist spot in Okinawa. I'm excited.
やはり首里城は外せません。楽しみです。
首里城の後は国際通りだよね。今日はお父さんのお土産決めないと。
You mean you had all evening yesterday? Okay, so that's one of those doofy things about these, like, time hopping. It's like, wait a minute. We didn't see anything of the third day evening when after the girls go shopping, they would have come back, they would have had dinner together. In fact, we haven't seen any dinner scenes. Every dinner scene has been like just hopped over through fast forwarding time. But you think that like dinner scenes there'd be like a lot of interesting like interaction moments and choice making. But to be fair, there's like a low budget quote unquote. I mean it's high budget because you got the voice actors and yeah. But anyway, sorry, I get off track. Huh? Didn't you go shopping for that yesterday? Yeah. Fudoru asking the right questions.
まあですが途中でそんな雰囲気ではなくなってしまいまして。
Itsuki be snitching. Huh? Why?
いえ、なんでもありません。こちらの話です。
Shouldn't have said anything, dum dum.
首里城ってお城だからやっぱり大きいのかな。
どうなんだろう。写真でよく見る綺麗な建物くらいしか知らないや。あとシュレーモン？それもなんとなく知ってるかな。
イチカが言っているのはきっと正殿ですね。世界遺産にも登録されている建物ですよ。
Hey, Itsuki, you're not doing enough research.
Eh?
Alright, he's being nerd moment, ready? The registered World Heritage Site is the Shurijo Castle ruins. The buildings are a separate matter.
そうなのですか?
I guess I should try and do it in his voice, but the buildings were reconstructed, so they're not part of the World Heritage Site. Remember that.
てっきり全てが登録されているものだと思っていました。
Well, it's an easy mistake to make.
じゃあ、復元されたのは最近?
I think the current buildings haven't been around for more than 30 years. By the way, they were reconstructed when the ruins were registered as a World Heritage Site in the year 2000. For more than 30 years. Interesting timeline we're working with, but whatever.
ねえ、ニノ。今日の上杉さんは普通じゃない？歩く百科事典みたいな感じといい。
When is he not?
そうね。いつも通りに戻ってるかしら。昨日様子がおかしく見えたのはたまたまだったのかな。それならいいんだけど。
Well, let's get going then. Alright, to Shurijo Castle Park, a park centered on the Shurijo Castle Seiden, where various cultural properties are preserved. At the Shurijo Castle Park.
これがシュレーモン。うわー、本物だ。その気持ち、わかる。当たり前なんだけど、本物だって思っちゃう。
実在するんだって感じだよね。
だから当たり前でしょ。
この守礼とは礼節を守るという意味だそうですね。
It's displayed on the gate. It means that Ryukyu is a region that values etiquette and manners.
へえ、さすが上杉さん。と、難しい話は置いておいて、せっかく来たんだから写真撮りましょう。
It's not that difficult. Let's absorb some knowledge while we're here.
みんな、並んで並んで。
Hey, no one's listening.
風太郎くん、まだ家庭教師気分？これは卒業記念の旅行なんだから、
Okay.
勉強はなしにしようよ。
Sorry, Ichika for talking over you. Okay, so what Iburu is trying to do is he's trying to revert to his older self, so that he might pull out of Nino what she liked about him at the time, when she first started developing feelings for him. But once again, Fururu is too much in his head and he's missing the point. As a matter of fact, Nino had big arm wrestles with Fururu when he was nerd mode. Once again, it's his sincerity that she cares about. Ichika. Nino and Miko are taking a picture together. Okay, now's my chance. Hey, I have something I want to ask.
何？
What kind of guy is Nino into?
Huh?
Trying to find out what kind of guy Nino likes. That, you know, isn't me.
今さらそれを聞くの？君、ニノと付き合ってるんだよ。
Yeah, you tell him. I know. Well, she confessed to me, so I never really thought about it. Yeah, Ichika was there.
っていうか、答えるなら君ってことになるけど、ニノが告白したんだし。
Yeah, all the sisters are gonna give him this answer. No, I mean other guys besides me. I'm asking about how well Nino...
まあ、言いたいことはわかるけどね。ちょっとやんちゃな人？
Mischievous guys, huh? So, Fuder in a nutshell. Gotcha.
一言で言うとちょい悪系かな。風太郎くんとは正反対。
Not true.
でも気にすることないよ。ニノは風太郎くんがいいって思ってるんだから。
Yeah, she likes you for you. That's true, but no
風
buts.
太郎？イチカと何話してるの？
Nothing in particular.
ふーん。
Now, when you give defensive answers like that, that immediately puts red flags. She's mad. She's thinking you're sus.
まあいいわ。ねえ、一緒に写真撮りましょう。
Yeah, let's do it.
ふーむ。
立派！ラスボスがいそう！
That sounds more like a Miku line because she's a gamer, but whatever.
ラスボスはわかりませんが、これが随泉門ですね。随泉の意味はめでたい泉です。
泉？門なのに？
そこに湧き水がありますよね。この水にちなんで名付けられているんです。
あら、竜の彫刻から水が出てるのね。
ええ、龍碑です。これは約500年前の彫刻なんだそうですよ。
Nino was talking to Itsuki and the others. Good. Yo, Miku, can I talk to you for a second?
何？
Do you know what kind of person Nino likes?
どういうこと？
Yeah, every sister's gonna be taken aback by a stupid question like that. If you know, I'd like you to tell me.
なんで？風太郎はもうニノと付き合ってるのに。
So far, we're 2 for 2. That may be true, but I'd kind of like to hear an objective opinion. But her sisters are literally the least objective people. That's the problem.
ニノと何かあった？
Did something happen between you and Nino? That's not really it.
じゃあ不安になった？
A little.
当たり？
Come on, Miku. I know you want to try some sabotage. I know you too well. How did you come up with that?
好きな誰かに好きになってもらえる自分になろうとする。
Yeah, it's almost like Miku speaks out of experience. Just something to think about.
そういう気持ち、私もよく知ってるから。
Experience. Is that so?
ニノの好みのタイプ。やっぱり一本筋が通ってる人。
Okay, you know what, Miyu? I take back what I said. I'm very sorry, Miku. I should have never doubted you. That is the correct answer. You did not try and sabotage, like I thought you would. I'm very sorry, Miku. I should not have said trash about you. I'm very sorry.
あと
ちょっと悪っぽい人も好みだと思う。ニノの好きな俳優さんとかそういう系統が多いし。
I see. Thanks a lot, Miku.
どういたしまして。頑張ってね、風太郎。
This mischievous thing is going to backfire.
これこれ、私も知ってる建物。でも写真よりもずっと綺麗。
これが正殿ですね。王様が執務を行ったり儀式が行われていた場所です。正殿前のここはウナーと言います。中央の道は浮き道というもので、王様などの限られた人だけが通ることを許されていたんです。
私立っちゃってるけどいいのかな。
今は大丈夫ですよ。
あんたさっきから詳しいわね。
She's a teacher. It's her job to know stuff like this. She's gotta be able to tell other people that information. I would assume that Japanese history is an important subject in school. Oh, come on!
もちろん調べてきましたから。
それにしても豪華絢爛だな。私じっくり見てくる。
私も写真撮ってくるわね。
Oh, Itsuki is alone. In that case... Itsuki, can I talk to you for a moment?
はい、なんでしょう。
Can you tell me about the type of guy Nino prefers?
もしかしてさっきからミクやイチカと話していたのは。
I don't know what you're talking about. Wrong answer.
妙にコソコソしているとは思いましたが、今になってどうしたんです？
Oh, well...
どんなつもりかは知りませんが、私の勝手な意見でよければお教えします。
Okay, please tell me.
少々不良っぽい男性が好みのようです。
3 for 3. Delinquent guys.
と言っても単に乱暴なのではなく、態度は荒いけれど性根はまっすぐな人といった感じですね。
That's a lot of words to say the same thing, Itsuki.
とはいえ、あくまでニノが好む映画の登場人物などの話ですので、お役に立てるかわかりませんが。
Oh no, that's very helpful. Thank you.
それにしても上杉くんがこんなことを聞いてくるなんて驚きです。
Yeah. Yeah, they would be. Because you're asking them all stupid questions.
上杉くん、昨日のことなのですが。
風太郎、一緒に写真撮りましょう。
What?
どうしたの？
Oh, it's nothing. Itsuki, if you don't mind, would you like to take the picture for us?
どこで撮ります？
何よ二人とも慌てちゃって。
Nah, not at all, right, Itsuki?
はい、そうですね。
ふーん。
Yeah. Press D to doubt, Nino. D.
ここいい眺めじゃない。街が一望できるわ。
ここ入りのあざなは物見台ですね。今回は昼に来ましたが、夜景も素晴らしいのだとか。
それも見てみたかったな。
海の向こうに島がある。こっちの案内板だと見えるのはケラマ諸島ってなってるよ。
Everyone is so caught up in the view. Now is my chance to ask Yotsuba. Hey, Yotsuba, can I talk to you for a bit?
どうしました？
Do you happen to know what kind of person Nino likes?
ニノの？
I mean, I know it's a little late, but I think, well, it's something I should know.
今となってはニノの好みは上杉さん一択だと思いますよ。
No, it's not that.
よくわかりませんが、上杉さんなりに考えがあるってことでしょうか。
Joseph was being very nice about things. Well, I guess I wouldn't just up and do this.
わかりました。そういうことなら協力は惜しみません。ニノの好みは、少し悪っぽい人ですかね。
Say it with me now. Yes, yes, of course. We are now 4 for 4.
お前らが何と言おうが、俺は俺のやり方を通すぜ。止めても無駄だ。
It's almost like, you know, when you have identical quintuplets, there's this whole theme of like the 5/5, and they all share in their heart and feelings and feel the same things, because in their sisterhood there's a oneness in their humanity. I don't know, maybe it almost feels like that's the case, right?
って人です。これでわかります？
Yeah, I kind of get it. You mean she likes guys who are a little bit rebellious, right?
そうそう、さすが理解力が半端ないです。
Ichika, Miku, and Itsuki all said something similar. Yeah, no shit. There's no doubt that Ninotai is a bit of a bad boy. However, there's no way I can become a bad boy now, and if I try to act like one, I'll just expose myself.
確かにニノはそういう人が好みみたいですけど、やっぱり今は上杉さんが一番ですよ。そこは疑いようがないです。
Of course, I don't doubt that. It's just that,
さては、
what?
もっとニノとラブラブになりたい作戦ですね。
You got me.
せっかくの旅行ですもんね。いっそ沖縄でプロポーズしちゃうくらいでもいいんじゃないですか？
Hey, aren't you getting a bit too excited? I have different plans right now.
ないんですか？ラブラブになりたくないんですか？顔に出てます。
Quiet.
でも無理に悪っぽくしなくてもいいと思いますよ。例えばちょっとリードしてくれるだけでも印象はかなり変わります。
Oh, excuse me. Is that how it is? I was just actually thinking about taking the lead.
どうしたの？何話してるの？
さてはニノの好みのタイプの話です。
Yo, not in front of Raiha. Iski, come on.
お兄ちゃん今頃そんな話してるの？
Even Raiha. Well, actually.
でも大事なことだよね。
Yeah.
しっかりニノさんの彼氏をやらなくちゃ。
Yeah, seafood root. What you should have done was ask your sister first. Don't ask Nino's sisters. Nino's sisters are so useless in that kind of advice. Yeah, that. Go with that.
ニノさんみたいな素敵な人がお兄ちゃんの彼女になってくれただけでも奇跡だもん。
Yeah. You tell him, Raiha. That is so true. Thank you, Raiha, for saving the story.
それで結論は出たのですか？
I know that she likes... Well, let's see. I know that she likes guys who are a bit of a jerk. AKA, just like himself. Remember, that's how Raiha described at the beginning of the story, and... it's still kind of true now.
お兄ちゃんとは逆だ。
That's madcap, Raiha. You know damn well that he's a bit of a jerk.
でも今は上杉さんが一番です。
Alright, I get it. You don't have to cheer me up so fiercely.
その一番の上杉さんがもっとニノとラブラブになるためにはどうしたらいいのかなっ ってことで。
I have an answer to that, but we'll see what they come up with first.
ちょっとリードしてくれるだけでも印象は変わるって話してたんだ。
リード、そういえば強引にされることも嬉しいって前にドラマを見ながら言っていましたね。
ぐいぐい引っ張ってくれる人が好きなのかな。あるよね、そういうの。
I see. So my idea of taking the lead wasn't necessarily wrong then. But if that's the case, then all that's left to do is to put it into practice. By the way, what do you mean by there are people like that, right, huh? Don't tell me you've met someone like that.
お兄ちゃん、私のことはいいから自分の恋に集中しようよ。
Yo, Raiha, like...
Futaro?
Nino's side, so just more exposition now. Then I can just hit this button.
やっぱりおかしいわ。風太郎。
Okay, no, I should not have auto on, so I
ずっと
can...
何かを隠しているように思えるんだけど。
Okay, I should not have auto on, because I want to be able to commentate.
これで首里城は一周しましたね。結構歩いた。少し休憩したい。
あそこにあるのって休憩施設だったよね。飲み物売ってるかな。
カフェがあるみたい。私も喉乾いたし、中に入って休憩しよっか。
Yeah, that's a good idea.
じゃあ行きましょう。いちか、みく、ちょっといい？
何？
あんたたち、何か私に隠してない？
え？何を？
何も隠してないけど。
風太郎と何か話してたわよね。
あはは、やっぱり気づいてたか。
Immediately caught.
風太郎本人は隠してるつもりだったんでしょうけど。それで、私に隠れて何の話？
ニノが心配してるようなことじゃないよ。
Wrong answer, Miku. Wrong answer.
むしろ、風太郎は風太郎なりに、ニノのことを大切に思ってる。
Okay, good recovery.
そういうことだから。
その通り。風太郎くんはニノのために頑張ってるだけ。
I respect it.
本当に？
本当だよ。むしろ疑うなんてニノらしくない。って言ったら怒られるかな。
怒らないんだ。
ちょっとだけ身に覚えがあるのよ。
どういうこと？
Alright, let's hear it.
私、風太郎を困らせたかもしれない。だから、あんたたちに何か相談したのかもしれないって。
The whole, like... Once again, this is just me being an old man. So, take what I say with a grain of salt. But... part of... just one of those things about teenage youth is that you will often be in your own head like this and overthink things like this. You don't need to overthink it.
これは遠距離恋愛になる前の旅行だから、風太郎との思い出作りはもちろんだけど、もっと風太郎との距離を縮めたくて。
I mean, I understand for the sake of drama, like, we do this a lot in storytelling, but realistically, it's like, it actually isn't a big issue and could easily be solved by just, like, just them talking. Which is why Fudaru squandered that other opportunity when it's like, okay, we could just go to the lounge and just chit-chat for a while. But, here we are.
かなり積極的に行動しちゃったことは自分でも分かってる。もしかしてそれが裏目に出てるのかもしれない。風太郎を困らせるつもりなんてなかったのに。ニノ、恋って本当に難しいわ。叶った後もこんなに難しいなんて。好きって気持ちがあれば大丈夫って思ってたけど、時々自分だけが舞い上がってるんじゃないかって。
Well, you are, but you have to talk through, like, your boundaries. You can't just assume these things.
風太郎と距離を縮めたいって思ってるのは私だけなんじゃないかって不安になる。
叶っても難しいか。
Yeah, no shit.
今までドラマなんかでそういう役はしてきたけど、本当なんだね。
ええ。けどニノなら大丈夫だよ。
Yeah, you tell her. You'll be fine.
ミク、だってニノには風太郎がいるんだから。
まあ、その風太郎くんとの恋で悩んでるんだけどね。けどミクの気持ちもわかるな。風太郎くんとの恋なんだもん。
大丈夫だって私も思いたい。だけど
The most famous downtown area of Okinawa is lined up with shops for a total length of 1.6 kilometers. Right, I already read that.
さて、行くか。
From Furu's perspective. But... Oh, hang on. No, never mind. We'll play a little bit longer. We'll do this scene and then we'll end the stream.
うわー、想像以上に賑やか。
Hey, wait a minute.
どれだけお店が並んでるのこれ。
Ichiga's here too. I guess the two events are not happening simultaneously. This is kind of doofy, but whatever. I don't know, I got that impression from the earlier scenes where they kind of did do like a Nino Fuduru side, and those scenes were simultaneous, but here it's not like that, so it's... whatever.
びっくりするよね。私も昨日来た時うひゃーってなったもん。あ、チェーンスコア売ってる。お兄ちゃん、後で一つ買おう。
Sure. Is it for a souvenir?
学校の友達。沖縄のお土産買っていくねって約束したんだ。私たちもそろそろお土産決めておきたいわね。帰る間際になってバタバタするのは面倒だもの。
Oh, everyone's here. Okay.
何買っていけばいいか悩むな。やっぱり食べ物系が鉄板？
Yeah. Correct.
ええ、無難なのは名物のお菓子でしょう。ですが、お父さんへのお土産はお菓子以外にしようかと思っていまして。
お父さん、どんなものなら喜ぶんだろう。
I'm sure he would be grateful for anything from his daughters. But that guy?
うちもお父さんの分どうしよう。
Something like sweets would be fine. He said anything is okay, so we don't have to worry too much about it.
じゃあどうしようか。いろいろ見たいし、別れて買いに行く？
そうだね。限られた時間は有効に使いたいし。
チェーンスコアもいいけど、沖縄って有名なものがいっぱいだよね。ライハちゃん、よければ一緒に探しませんか？あ、うん、よろしくお願いします、四つ葉さん。やったー！ライハちゃんとお買い物デート！
Hmm? I see, so shopping is a date. In that case, this is my chance to invite Nino and take the lead.
風太郎
Nino.
何急に大声出さないで
Sorry, I just wanted to look around the shops with you. Nice. No, I mean, if you don't mind, if there's somewhere you want to go.
嫌なわけないわ今のはただ驚いただけ
I see. That's good.
では集合時間を決めて一旦解散としましょう。
オッケー。じゃあみんなまた後で。
Okay, I feel like there's gonna be a fair amount of like decision making and I gotta be smart about this, but it's already like 5:45, it's almost 6 o'clock, so I think I'm gonna clock it here. This is gonna be the end of the stream. Hope you guys are enjoying the Quintessential Quintuplets 5 memories spent with you. We'll be back on Thursday with more Quintessential Quintuplets. Don't forget to check out the new D4DJ video I've put out almost a week ago. So give that a gander, and I will see you guys on Thursday at 2 o'clock Pacific time. Until then, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and God bless you.
セーブするよ
Oh wow. There's so many save numbers, what the heck? Why are there so many save numbers? What the hell? Like, you have 100 files, but why? I wouldn't need that many. Interesting. Anyway.
タイトルに戻るよいい